Hey fuckers, it's Friday.
Can't spell shattered without shat or turd.
Like a gut punch to the abdomen.
Some of the funniest shit on the web.
I call it a rock Fred.
I like the cut of your jib, gentlemen.
These 5 are the only protection we have.
The best part of the show is the genuine Hasbro love.
Good night, folks.
And of course, Pat's weekly farts.
Breaking news. It's very outside of the box.
Hail day.
I love Friday.
Bob's Bait and Tackle, now carrying Hasbro.
They truly are your favorite podcast.
Thoughts, prayers, likes, and shares.
Shattered Cast.
A to B.
Shattered Cast Uncut. Is that you? Shattered Cast Uncut.
When are you going to bring Larry back?
My favorite Star Wars podcast.
Shattered Cast Uncut.
Like complete fuckers. Podcast is intended for mature audiences only, and its sole purpose is to entertain. If it doesn't fit with your sensitive sensibilities, please feel free to turn it off now and
Shut the fuck up, Chip.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Shattered Cast Uncut, episode 221. I am your trash host, Robert D. I'm here with some of my fellows, not all of them. Somebody couldn't make it here tonight, and we're sad. Not really, but we are. The first man in the trash heap is the dirty tub man himself, Bobby Skullface.
I'm looking down at all the trash beneath me. A big Brooklyn pile of trash.
Bobby's mad at me because I had to back out of Skullfest.
I'm not giving you full back out credit because you might be back in. I'm giving you a little bit of hope.
You let me come out and go back in.
Yeah.
Okay. Speaking of which,
it's important to me that you come to this one. I can't tell you why on air.
What? We were talking for a half hour before we went on air.
Why are you missing something?
You fucking liar.
But not really.
I wish it was important for me to come too.
It's always important for you to come, but you're coming. So there's no need to even have this discussion.
Matt, are you going to tell him?
All over that tub.
Tell him yet?
I'll be back. You guys continue on. You got to introduce. I'll be back.
Matt, say hello, Matthew. Matthew Dale Deluxe Baldwin of Hail Hasbro Reviews.
Hey there, everybody. Sorry about that. My dog's going crazy. My wife just got home, and they're losing their shits. So, hey there, everybody. How's everybody doing?
Coming up
that because
What?
I said I don't know why I asked how everybody's doing. Nobody can answer, so
maybe they do.
Yeah, that's true.
I like to think somewhere there's someone listening to this who's like, I'm doing good, thank you, Matt.
And just nods his head.
You know, maybe they're yelling across the binary at you. We're great! Yeah! And last but not least, our one and only Brainiac, Justin T2RX6 of T2RX6 Reviews. Excellent reviews and unboxing videos.
Fuck that guy. What's going on?
What's that, Antoine?
Exactly.
So, and I guess with intros out of the way, and Bobby stepped away because I know what he's not doing. Right, Matt?
I'm back.
Back. I was going to clean the tub, but I got a show to do. God damn it. It was my one time to do the tub. Got to do the show.
Tub or the show? God.
Man, you and excuses.
That's Bobby. He's always there for us, you know?
I'm inviting the person who's going to take your place.
The cleaning lady.
Love your pillows.
Ballora. Ballora. Call Consuela. Can she come?
Why Consuela?
On May 5th. We're going to have extra burgers. See if she knows how to weld a chair together. Anyway, we'll go into what we got this week. Bobby, did you get anything and or have an opportunity to review anything?
I'm not entirely sure. Let me take a look. I did get some stuff. I haven't got a chance to review it, and that's how I kind of keep track of all my shit. Did I do the Figuarts Rainbow Mika? Did I say that last week?
Yes.
Gypsy Avenger?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I had the opportunity to look at the Takara Tomy Decepticon clones and Autobot clones and the Miracle Metalworks vehicle Voltron Force.
How old is that unit?
As far as I know, brand new. I think it's version 3 that just came out.
Man. I couldn't find that anywhere. I was looking for it, just curious as to what it cost.
Yeah, it's in the same pocket as the Soul Joking one, retail.
I didn't finish that video. You want to share what?
Did you get to the 18-minute mark? That's all you need to watch.
No.
18 minutes. Oh man, you should watch it right now while we're on the show. 18 minutes. 18 minutes is worth watching. That says it all.
I got up to the air team, and then I had to pause it. I didn't get back.
The dude that sent it to me, I really, 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 really wish he would allow me to shout him out, but he asked to remain anonymous. But he's been a very long time supporter of my shit, Justin shit, Matt shit, Shattercast, like the whole bit.
Shit?
Oh,
my
really?
Shit? What about my shit?
Shout out to
He's been a long time supporter that you would show up to Skullfest. Like he's been like in your pocket.
It's Brink.
Is it?
But yeah, no, Brink. I mean, Brink let me the clones, and he let me shout him out. So,
well, hey, Brink will let anybody shout him out. He'll be on every damn show for the rest of his life.
He's on a podcast every night. He just, I was listening to ETR this week, and he was talking about he wanted to get out and meet some ladies, and I was like, motherfucker, you're never gonna get out. You keep doing all these goddamn shows.
He's waiting. He's looking at his hands like, podcast or women?
I'm like, you better hang that headset up, Mac.
It's like you're supposed to meet the lady first and then commit to the podcast.
Yes, exactly that. You meet the lady first.
You can get her on the podcast with you, and y'all can do that.
You're getting the sauce ahead of the horse, dude.
It should be Shattercast, no Bobby, instead of Shattercast Uncut.
I didn't hear what you said the first time. That might would have been funny, but we didn't hear it.
Saying if I didn't have a lady in my life, it would be Shattercast and Bobby until I got a lady.
Yeah, that's true.
Did you? So that's all, huh?
I give women a hard time on their rage, and
no,
look, having a good girl in your corner is paramount. Like, wow, if you can find a good one, and she will hold you down, like, do not let them go.
Yeah, and tie you down too.
Yeah, I'm the good. So all that shit, I'm the good. What do you want to do? Let's talk. Let's bring it. Everything can be tabled. Not everything is going to be accepted, but everything can be tabled.
Yeah. A little tickle. Not, 2 fingers, not 3. Whatever. Relax. Oh, my bad. Sorry about
that. So, Bobby,
2 fingers, not 3.
I know it wouldn't constitute you getting something, but did you finally go in on the barge?
I did.
Oh, yeah.
You did. Too. Jumped on the bandwagon after you saw it was going to come to fruition.
No, not for nothing. I don't know how we're doing on topic. I haven't looked at the notes yet, but the barge, I feel like we could do a whole show on the barge and what the barge means. I don't feel like people are giving this shit. I feel like this is a part of history.
Why?
Could we do it on Elder Barge, or is it just the barge?
You got major retail, you got major toy retail chains closing their doors. You have a $500 piece from a mainline American distributor being released through a crowdfunding project. That's a big deal. Like, that's a change in culture. Like, if that can fly, which it did 7,000 some. It was struggling to meet 5,000. Once it made the 5,000, it did an extra 2,000 like overnight. Because I'm sure a lot of people were in my boat. Like, I'm not putting up my money unless this shit gets funded. If that can fly, what else can they do? Like, will we get a Unicron? Will we get a Death Star? Will we get an X Mansion? Will we get a Danger Room?
Yeah, they gotta be like specialty. Really, they can't just release everything. Like, it has to be something special like that.
But it's got to be funded. Yeah. So, like, if they put out a Unicron, it would be up to the fan base to determine whether or not it was worth it.
I think Unicron would sell.
This shit is hardcore. Like, it's a very. I respect that.
I don't think a Danger Room would be that difficult, actually, because it would just be an accessory magnet, a ton of accessories, and it would just be a big blank room.
Yeah, I'm not against that, but let me ask you a question. If now you heard that the sail barge got funded, correct, Robert?
Yes, and I also think it looks stupid.
So can you say congratulations?
Congratulations, Bobby.
But my question is...
That's for those who heard Nerve Rage this week.
Robert says they had to be special, but I don't think... Out of all the stuff that could have been made, do you think the barge is something special? I mean, do you think people were like clamoring? Not clamming.
Clamming.
Do you think they're clamoring for a barge?
I think it's something that people have wanted for a long time. I don't think it's the number one thing. Like I think that a Death Star would have been a hot. But I put in the
Ewok Village.
No, in terms of top 5,
no.
Top 5 Star Wars crowdfunding type things, it would be in my top
5. Okay. I didn't
for 3/4.
Right.
But see, some of that shit, like some people want I want a 1/12 Millennium Falcon. I'm like, I do not. Like, don't get me wrong. I think a 1/12 Millennium Falcon is a cool idea, but like, I don't have the room for that shit.
Yes, you do. You just lack the vision. What if it was a bed?
What if it was a tub?
No, like, that's my disposition on that. But like, they definitely tested the waters with Star Wars, which I think was a smart idea. Because I feel like Star Wars fans are the ones that are going to put the money up. But now that this is done, like, okay.
So
show me what you got.
You think a Unicron could get funded?
No. I think a Unicron could be put in that position to get funded. Like, I think because the sail barge was successful, I can see them trying the same thing with a Unicron. But then it would be up to the Transformer fans to put their money where their mouth is.
And they won't because they're going to wait for the KO.
Yeah, that's true.
Like there is engineering involved, but if you look at like the sculpt work that's done on that barge is beautiful. It's painted almost head to toe. There's fucking washes and dry brushing head to toe. Like they went to the fucking ceiling with it. Like there's nothing to complain about.
Did they push it to the limit?
Yeah, kudos to you on coming up with your own saying because you couldn't figure out what to say. That was
they did hold back.
Are you gonna convert the Warhammer tables to a desert scene with the barge in there?
Everybody's asking that. So maybe
put a Sarlacc pit in.
that would be the way I would do it. Except I would also build Jabba's palace in the background. Like I put the barge on one end with the Sarlacc pit and the palace on the other end.
Oh, that'd be sweet.
But as of right now, I have a place for the barge. And if they make something that takes its place, like if they make a Death Star where I got to make room, the 40K stuff may go to the closet.
Damn.
Or the skeletons are.
Or to Adam's house.
I have room for Elder Barge. If anybody wants to give me an Elder Barge.
What about Chico the Barge?
I hope.
Definitely. I have definitely for all of them.
I hope they make play sets for every one of the dios you've painstakingly made. That is karma on behalf of your tub.
But I don't know if I would. Mine are built to the shelf. I don't know if I would swap them out.
Tub karma.
Tell me no.
Tub karma.
But my body.
All right.
That barge is a big deal, though. I'm telling you,
it looks like
regardless of whether or not you like it, that's irrelevant.
Thanks.
The business move is a big deal.
How much do you think Unicron would be? Do you think Unicron would be 500 or more, like 750? Because it has to transform and do all that stuff.
How much is Metroplex? 100?
Yeah.
I think 500 would do the job.
Think so? Okay.
Five times Metroplex?
They would just have to do a giant Unicron head playset as a playset because that would be where the fight scene is, and then you can have at the bottom of it the guts, and you can.
That'd be pretty cool too. Well, I would really have a full Unicron, but the head.
Yeah, but I mean,
cool.
if barge size Unicron head, that would seem to scale with MP.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah.
And it would fit over your head, Bobby.
He's got a big head.
Bobby has a big one. He has 2 big
watermelon head.
So, speaking of watermelons, Matthew, what did you get this week?
I don't have that big of a head. Well, maybe I do. Anyways,
about your general shape.
Yeah, that's true. I am shaped like a watermelon. Man, I tried doing jumping jacks the other day, Robert. I can't do jumping jacks yet, man. It hurts. God damn.
Get there. Don't push yourself.
I'm trying to push it to the limit. I did not get anything. But I did get me and Belisa got our flights and our hotels for the big city of New York. So we are coming to the Big Apple in end of May. So if anybody wants to hook up or anything, or just want to Come by and say hi.
Swing.
Want to swing? We do swing. I'm just kidding. We don't.
Full swap, same room?
Sometimes. No, we have to be in different rooms. Kind of awkward when we're in the same room.
Oh, man. You guys are extra wild.
Yeah, we are.
You guys are like living private lives.
But yeah, I did not get anything, but that's all I got this week. Or something like that.
Justin, T2RX6, what did you get or have an opportunity to look at?
Absolutely nothing. It's been an
or unbox.
It's been an exciting week. Nothing. So.
Yes.
All right. Well, Robert D, did you get anything?
Why, thank you for asking, Matthew.
Word.
What did I get? I know I got that stupid fucking kaiju.
Fucking the shit you were just talking shit about last week? Yeah. You are fucking out of control. Like one minute, this is dumb, and the next one is like, guess what I got?
I got that trash I was talking about.
Yeah. It's so crappy. And it's the dumbest. I haven't seen the movie yet. I haven't had any time. But I'm looking at it. I'm like, you're the dumbest kind of monster. Like, you're covered in armor, except your head armor is split in half, and your raw fucking face is exposed. Wouldn't anyone just need to stab you in the face and kill you? I don't know. It's just stupid. But I have it on my credenza at work with all those dumb Jaegers, and I just don't even mention it. Me with clients.
So you're not. You kind of don't. Are you upset that you bought them, or are you just there's just too much hype for them, and you just like, these ain't what I was expecting.
Well, I clicked it all at once when so that's why it all came in 3 waves, and I don't know. I just don't have the room for that kind of thing. I got to figure it out. Maybe I'll give them to homeless people or something.
Damn.
Like put them in hot dog buns.
They're like, I said $1.
What is this shit? Those are right back at him. What the fuck?
Put them in hot dog buns. Like you want a hot dog and it's a Jaeger and a hot dog bun.
The kaiju looks like a hot dog. It kind of does. You split him open.
What else? I was my guinea pig's been kind of sad, and I was doing research. Like, she's just been extra needy and down, and I did research, and apparently they live shorter lifetimes when they're alone because they really are herd animals, and you're supposed to get 2 when you get them. And I'm like, you know what? If you're gonna make a commitment, you have to do it the right way.
Well, that's chewed its eye out.
Well, that's awfully short-sighted of you, Robert.
Oh, that's very funny.
Good night, folks.
I see what you did there.
Sorry.
I see what you did there.
So, I went to the pet store, and I got it's a really beautiful guinea pig. She's a Peruvian.
Oh my god.
Oh, you're gonna kill it, aren't you?
I'm gonna go fucking kill myself.
It's beautiful. Looks like a skunk. Like, and it's all white, and it has a brown face. I've never seen.
Don't ever say beautiful guinea pig on the fucking podcast again, please.
Man, you would kiss this. You would love a guinea pig if you held one in your hands. It would probably pee on you, but you would still love it.
Probably put it up the butt.
What?
What?
Why do you always want to get weird?
Really into some crazy.
Yeah, man, you got a butt thing going on tonight.
Fetish. Leave me alone.
Matt lost
Robert's
many a hamster in his younger years.
Yeah, the damn fucking hamsters.
That dude shit skeletons, little skeletons.
Yeah.
Skeletons.
Goes chirp, 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 chirp on my butt.
Oh my god.
It's gonna be a good night, folks. It's gonna be a good night, yeah.
Since Greg's not here, I guess I'll do the honors, and when I remember what else that I got, I'll interrupt later.
Shout to Greg, he couldn't make it tonight. He got some shit going on.
Yeah, herpes.
Why did I have herpes? I can't be on the show tonight.
What if that did pop up in the chat?
Ooh.
Like, how would you respond to that? I feel like I would act like I never saw it.
Yeah, I'd be like, yeah, that's a lie. He's lying. It's not flaring. That's not flaring. Leave it.
Not flaring up.
I actually almost played a joke because my wife and Scarlett were like, "Oh, she kind of looks like Falco. What is that? What's that luck dragon from Neverending Story?" I know, but I'm like Valtrex. His name's Valtrex. And she was like, "Valtrex? Really?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's Valtrex. Let's call her Valtrex." But then Scarlett decided, she named our first guinea pig Leia, and then she was like, "Why don't we name her Ray?" I was like, "That sounds good." So her name is officially Ray S'mores.
You gonna snore s'more?
S'more.
That's cool, man. That's actually pretty neat.
But, dude, are you gonna snore s'more?
I'm gonna snore s'more. All right, so let's move it along to the show to end all shows. Oh, by the way, did anybody? Nobody even commented on the wonderful news that we posted on Sunday. You know, go back to our Facebook page and see. I mean, I'm surprised nobody even made comment on it. It's pretty momentous.
That's awesome. It's great news.
I think they missed it.
No one said shit.
Oh.
All right, so there's nothing for movie and show. No comics or conventions, but we do have third-party news, which is a thing.
About time.
First up, DX9 Plissken.
I like this.
Fuck this is.
I like this.
Damn it. Like, just make sure I'm sitting down when you drop big bombshells like this. Like when somebody does a prime that they're going to go and do a black one afterwards.
Nobody saw that fucking coming at all.
Is it worthy of an announcement even, you know?
I don't think so, personally.
I think it's breaking news.
I just wonder where they got the name from. Like,
Fleshlight?
Fleshlight.
Oh, Plissken. Yeah, what is that? What's that mean?
I think it's when you get a blowjob while you're taking a dump.
That was the guy from Escape from L.A., New York, one of the two, both of them.
Oh.
He was
okay.
Iroquois Plissken, which I think is something to do with a snake, given Metal Gear lore. Let's bring it right back to video games.
Dude, that was pretty awesome last week. I'm not gonna lie. I had feels last week.
That was good.
I didn't even get to anything because when I was a kid, the games I was playing was like Donkey Kong,
Sticks and Stones.
No, Donkey Kong, Frogger,
Jax.
Cuba.
Yeah, Robert played Jax.
I did play Jax. In Mortal Kombat.
You played that stick in the hoop.
I just still to this day, Robert played Marbles. Marbles is just trash.
Flick that marble. Yeah, get that marble out of the circle, man. Get it out.
Yeah, there's so many old games that you guys just don't even know about because you're so young.
Kick the can.
So young.
Dude, I'm older than you. Shut up. Bro.
Kick the can, stick ball.
Like the original Donkey Kong.
I did play some stick ball.
I did too.
Anyway, but you know what? Instead of a Nemesis repaint, why don't they think to do a gray repaint? You know,
the death one.
Yeah, the dead one. That would be so much more interesting because no one does it.
I have the masterpiece one, the MP01 dead one, and it's worth a lot of money. I should sell it.
Rather than like going straight to a Nemesis, I would rather see, a battle damaged prime, just and then a dead one.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
Like a movie accurate battle damage one, not a stupid shit battle damage one with a fucking bullet hole in the window and that's it.
There's a sticker too.
Fuck that. I'm sick of the Nemesis shit. Not even real, Bobby.
Robert, how the fuck do you even play marbles?
I don't know. I never played marbles.
You definitely play marbles.
I did not.
You have marbles all around. You have a marble and you flick it and you try to get out of the circle.
You try to get it out of the circle?
Yeah, you gotta hit it. You flick it and you hit it, and and if you hit it out of the circle, you get it.
Where does the marble start out of the circle?
No, in the circle. You just lay some marbles all around and you just flick them and try to knock them out.
It's like shuffleboard, Bobby. You do that, right?
Yeah,
You're
like shuffleboard, kind of hipster.
Don't you go to like a beer garden and drink all the IP drafts and play shuffleboard?
Into a beer garden.
Yeah, you can have, you liar.
You're a liar.
You put one of those like beanie caps on.
That sounds like some shit they would have in Brooklyn these days.
Don't make me look at your Google Maps and stuff, man. Don't make me look that up. See where you've been the last couple of years.
Go for it. You're not gonna find me. I don't get out much, Matthew.
You know, I doubt that, man. I doubt that.
So, anybody have anything to say about this fucking?
I like it. I think it looks good. I mean, I think the DX9. I wanted to get their sound wave. I haven't found it yet, but the red one looks good, and I think this black one looks good. I don't know about the Matrix thing, but that looks weird. But.
Who was the Jax champion in your neighborhood, Robert?
There's no Jax. No one played.
Oh, Skippy down the road, man.
I played wiffle ball. We play football on the street. We play wiffle ball. We play stick ball.
I feel like there was some guy that you never wanted to challenge in Jax.
I played Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh, you did. You played Jax.
Sure did.
Is that also known as Jax too?
Jax.
They played Jax in a dungeon.
You put the lotion on the skin too.
Back in those days, you'd go to the playground and fuck around everywhere you can. You wouldn't just sit there and play video games all day. Back in the good old days.
Now you don't go to the playgrounds because that's you put on the registry.
Man, and fucking Brooklyn playgrounds were covered in broken glass. Like
condoms.
I fell once. I fucking cut my knee open. I think I was like 6. Like the day camp used to just let us loose in a public playground and not even be there, covered in glass.
What was the most jacks you ever grabbed in one round?
I never played jacks. I wish
13.
I did.
13.
I wish I did play jacks. I wish I did.
Are there on the playgrounds? Are there still syringes and everything? I watched New Jack City. Are there still syringes on the playgrounds and stuff yet, Robert?
No, they've cleaned everything.
They cleaned it up. Okay.
They've cleaned it all up.
Good.
Now
Since '92, I'm glad they cleaned up since '92, man.
Actually, now New York parks, they were redesigned a few years ago by some company that thought, making it look fantastical and imaginary was really great, but they obviously didn't consult with safety experts or engineers to make sure stuff adhered to the building code. And they actually designed like fucking injury traps for kids, like caterpillar swings, where like a bunch of toddlers would go in this caterpillar and it was too low to the ground and kids would break their fucking ankles over and over again, literally break their ankles, like thing after thing like that. There've been a lot of lawsuits.
I got a big scar on my leg when I was a kid. I was on one of those swinging little things. I don't know what they were called. And they would swing around real. Yeah, not swing, but like people would get on like it was a round little thing and go, it went around and everything. A lot of kids would get on it.
Merry-go-round.
Yeah, merry-go-round. Whatever. What a merry-go-round, but anyway, it's one of the little things. And I was in 3rd grade, and there was a bunch of kids on it, and I tried to get on it, and I just laid on it, and my leg got caught underneath like a bolt and anything, and it dragged my leg, and I have a scar on my left leg. And I looked down, and I couldn't feel anything because it cut my nerves and everything. I saw my bone and everything. And I started crying. I walked to the nurse's office. My mom taught high school there, too, and she came running down and everything, freaking out.
How long is that scar?
It's pretty. It goes across my knee, above my knee a little bit. I had, God, how many stitches? I had like 40 to 60 stitches or something like that.
I saw my bone and everything.
I did. I saw my bone. It was weird.
You had a boner? All right. Speaking of blood and guts and gore, Fanstoys Dracula.
Oh, it's about time, Fanstoys. God dang.
Yeah, I mean, look, the good thing about this, like, it's so funny to me for what, like, people are like, see, there's plenty of stuff coming, and it's like the same conversation we've been having. It's like the only people putting shit out is fucking Fanstoys. The good thing about this is at least if they go through with this, at least we get the core 3. Like that's covered. That's a fucking nice thing to have. Like I think we should kind of be appreciative, in my opinion.
I gotta get lupus now. God damn it.
You never got a lupus?
I did not.
I love how people were fucking hating on that lupus, and honestly, I've always liked it.
I mean, it displays, like, it has a good presence, but it's just not a well done figure.
It's just the feet, really, The
shoulders too.
Yeah, we expect so much out of Fanstoys.
I mean, I don't feel like expecting the shoulders and feet to work right. You know what I mean? Like I don't feel like that's expecting a whole lot. I do think we expect more out of Fanstoys than we do other. I agree with you ultimately, but I think with this one, I think we'd give any company shit.
Yeah. Does anybody feel the head looks a little weird?
Yeah.
But, all right. So I actually did some looking into this when this came out because I thought the same thing. The head design of my wipe is very inconsistent. Like it's all over the fucking place. Sometimes he has like a fucking handlebar mustache. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Sometimes he doesn't. I think they went for a very middle of the road like approach here, which I think is okay.
If you're looking straight on, it looks like Scorponok's head.
It does kind of.
I like it. I love the wingspan. Looks really good. I'm glad if you can move it. Even the bat mode looks decent. And that's kind of hard to pull off that bat mode, I think.
I like the line work in the wings.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it looks fucking cool.
Yeah, I definitely am not a huge fan of the bat mode, but like, understandably, like the legs and stuff have to go there somewhere, so it's gonna inherently be a really thick bat,
Yeah, it's gonna be decent. I mean, a lot of people ain't gonna. I wonder if they're gonna do that display stand with it, but
baby got bat.
Shut up.
But I mean, I don't think a lot of people are going to pose it as a bat, or anything, or display it as a bat mode. But it pulls it off. I think. I mean, it does it good enough.
I would. I prefer Lupus in his wolf mode. So
that's true.
So I'd have to shove something up this guy's ass and have him flying.
I think this is interesting in the sense of this is 2 new Fanstoys reveals, of which we have 10 lined up, and people are acting like, what's the due date?
Mm-hmm.
But I think
this one ain't going. I think this one will be out this year. I think.
But it's interesting to me the placement. We're getting images of this so far along, no Blitzwing, no Trailbreaker, and we're getting a season 4 character. It's interesting.
Well, I think the item number has something to do with the year that it's actually going to come out. I'm just going to say that. FT23.
I think Monwalk will be out this year.
I feel like the fact that he's as at this stage already, this is definitely not a render. This is a toy,
right?
So I think that the fact you see full color, final color of this guy, I definitely think he is out sooner as opposed to later.
I don't see a lot of paint.
So what do we have? Trailbreaker 1, Blitzwing, 6-shot, Hot Rod, Blur. That's 5. The aerial bots.
RC will be out too.
The aerial bots is another 5. That makes 10. 2 more Headmasters. That makes 12.
And RC.
And RC. That's 13. 13 reveals. 13 teases. Hey, come here.
I know. Wait. Say 1. Fanstoys.
Oh, whose child's awake?
Oh, she's getting ready. She's coming in to say goodnight.
It's 10:30 at night, everyone.
Did it, Robert? If you shut up for just a second. 1. She used to go, T. It's fucking cute, man. 1.
I can't wait to see the kids.
She wants to lick the microphone. She thinks it's a fucking candy.
Hey, it could be.
She might need to relax.
Nah, it could be. Good night, baby.
All right. Yeah, I 13. What is it? 12, 13 reveals, right? 13 reveals, 13 teases, and oh man,
I'm sorry. They gotta hurry the fuck up because people. I mean, my interest is waning because
they're the only ones they're picking up the slack for everybody.
I think we're gonna see more reveals from other people. So.
Hire some more kids. Jesus.
I was going to ask earlier. I don't see a lot of paint on this. I mean, it's got some silver accents and stuff on it, but it looks kind of plain.
Word on the street, Bobby. Is there's a reason why these toys for Fanstoys are coming out so late?
Yeah, box art joke. Go ahead.
Somebody's a little slow in his drawing. And
are you not drawing him fast enough, Bubby?
Box art joke.
That he's a perfectionist.
What mode do you have on the box art for this one? Do you have it in bat mode or the robot
mode? I've never contacted Fanstoys nor talked to Fanstoys about any box art ever. I actually met the guy that does a lot of box art for Fanstoys.
I think you're lying.
You see him in the mirror every day, don't you?
Yeah, you look at him every day.
You're secret.
I think he's trying. I think he was trying to knock my hustle a little bit for a second. It was all right.
He did?
Yeah, a little bit. I think.
Did you get on the list?
Blankets?
Money on the blankets? He just had a lot of questions. You know what I mean? He had a lot of questions.
Somebody got on the list. Is he going to get a phone call? That's important.
I just got my eye on that potato chip.
Okay. If he gets a phone call, it's important. That means there's some shit's fixing to happen.
Said a lot of questions.
What kind of questions?
Just, where do you get these made? Where do you get that made? Where do you get this made? Where do you do this made? How much do you sell these for? How much? Just a lot of business questions.
Well,
did you tell him?
I was candid.
You said Kinko's, didn't you?
I was like, I don't know. I was like the first couple was like here, and here, and then as they going on, I was like, this one I don't remember.
You guys got a lot of damn questions. You know that?
It was a lot of questions. It was a lot of.
You should have just been like a buddy of mine, a buddy of mine, a buddy of mine.
It was a lot of. I mean, he was a nice guy. He was a nice guy, but
you should have been like, what's the new thing? Mugs. You should put all your money in mugs.
That's not right.
Yeah, my mugs didn't do too well last year.
This is my third truckload of mugs.
I think they'll do good this year, man. I think your mug's going to sell, man.
Why this year?
TFCon. Baltimore and TFCon. I just think so, man. It's a year of the mug.
I'm working in Baltimore this year. I got to keep that in mind.
Oh, you're not going to Baltimore?
No, I am. I'm working.
Going?
I'm working the table Baltimore.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And the whole.
It's year of the mug, so I think that's why it's going to be good.
Year of the mug.
Year of the mug.
Shout out to the mugs.
Year of the mug is crazy.
All right, so.
Good. Wait, one more before we move on. How much do you think Dracula will be?
Whatever Werewolf was.
145 then. Okay.
Was it?
Yeah, it's like it's still 144 right now.
I mean, they're big, you know.
Beefy.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
Are you having second thoughts of getting this guy or something?
I'm just like
kind of. You bought that Pacific Rim stuff, but you don't want to buy this.
You know I'm getting this.
Come on.
You got that fucking what is it called? Kinkai. What is it? The little monsters?
Kinkai?
What is it? Those little things you buy? What are they monsters called?
Kinkai is from Dragon Ball Z, Bobby.
What is that thing then? What is it called again?
Hentu,
yes.
Kaiju. You got that kaiju. The kaiju money.
You know what? I need shelf space, and I have the wall space for. I want to get some floating shelves. I definitely have. Well, I mean, I'm looking online.
You don't stop saying floating shelves.
What's wrong with floating shelves?
You've been saying floating shelves for like 3 weeks now.
I'm annoyed. Like I went to Home Depot, I went to Lowe's, and they're made pretty crappy. You know, they're either really heavy and they're gonna pull your drywall out. You know, I'm not gonna use drywall screws. It's super heavy, fucking hanging shelves.
Find the studs.
You know, man, I got one of these newer buildings. You want to hear some bullshit? My building is not made with wooden studs.
Do you have a slumlord?
It's made with like fucking aluminum. No, all these new buildings that are popping up, they come up super fast. And like you'll see when you come to Brooklyn, Matt, you'll see like all this construction. And I'll show you this building was just started 6 months ago and it's done. And they just use aluminum or whatnot. Everything's aluminum. All my studs are aluminum.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, you forgot. Puller Greg, you forgot to say what you got. You got
no.
Internet.
I know. Internet. I'm sorry. I forgot something. I'm sorry.
I was on mute. I was on mute
before. I did say this.
It's okay, baby. It's okay, baby. It's okay.
I had a really funny joke, but it's okay. You moved along. I'll save it to myself. It was funny. I laughed really hard. Yeah, I upgraded my internet actually.
No, you didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't realize I could. I called them up and they're like, "Oh, you're still on Time Warner. That's like 200 whatever speed.
You
go up to 400.
56K, you get that dial-up thing going on."
I'm like, something's wrong with my internet. It's going.
It came with a disc or something. What I put this disc on the AOL? What the fuck is this?
You're like, my computer didn't even have a CD player.
Yeah. What's annoying is I'm upgraded to like super good speed. You know, there's an even faster speed, but it's really for people who are like working in the space, you know, within a company. But there's like with Spectrum, you get 2 speeds. It's 2 networks in your home wirelessly. I'm not sure if one is the super duper fast, and one's I don't know. And it's like the one that's like blah is.
Well, who signs up for the I don't know?
You just get it. I'm like, I want the super speed, and like the fast one is a very short range. I'm about.
You get the 5G and the regular, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody's thing does that now. So the 5G is a better technology, but it just goes shorter. So,
yeah, so I can't get the 5G in my home office where my computer is. So I'm not sure how the connection is now.
It's almost no difference.
Could you bundle me into the I don't know program?
Sounds like a steal.
That's very funny, Bobby.
Robert was not amused.
Did you tip them too?
Nope.
You should have. You should have.
Lisa was like, "Should we tip him?" I was like, "What the fuck? It's the cable guy." I'm not tipping the cable guy.
Tip him,
but
Robert.
You'll tip the guy who handed you a tissue in the bathroom.
Yes,
he worked so hard.
Dude, that dude has to stand there and clean up your piss.
He made the decision to do that.
Yeah,
but his pay is tips.
His pay is not. His pay is not tips.
Pays mostly tips.
That guy's all cash. An hour.
It's mostly tips because idiots are fucking tipping him $20 as they walk out after taking a fucking piss. I've never paid anybody for taking a piss. That's crazy.
So what happens when one of those guys wants to hand you a napkin? What do you do?
Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir. I'll get my own napkin.
I'm not falling for this. I don't owe you a penny.
Yeah, I'm gonna be like, as a matter of fact, sir, I'm not even washing my hands. My dick is definitely 100% the cleanest thing on me.
However, I did just take a massive shit in that toilet, and I
don't shit in public places. I don't shit in public places. I don't shit in public places, so it wouldn't happen.
Do you have a spoon?
a wooden spoon.
Or a wire hanger, like that does. A little hanger there. Action.
All right, let's move it along now.
If I took a shit and it was like a Kiss concert, just fucking rocking, maybe,
and roll.
I would tip him, if only knowing that he had to just stand there and consume that.
You don't shit in public at all. What happens if you have to shit really bad?
Dude,
you don't hold that shit in, dude. No,
hold it. 100%.
That's not good, dude. That's 100%. Not good.
Let me get Laura in here to talk about it.
Do it. Why? Does she shit in public?
Ask her that first, man.
I'm not gonna ask her that. That's fucked up. She's
Can you come inside for a second, please? I have a question for you.
She's like, no.
Or this side of the room.
Leave me alone.
All right. Do I shit in public places?
No, we want to ask her. You don't get to ask her.
All right, here.
That's like the attorney asking his own client a question.
Oh shit! I'm breaking.
Oh, uh-oh.
She just said a shit in public.
She's shitting in public right now.
Hello?
Hey, Laura.
I think I broke it.
Oh, he broke it. She broke it. God dang it. She broke the penis. Snap.
Just this little mixer. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, this is Deluxe, or Matthew, as you know as me. I will see you in a month. I can't wait. Gonna be exciting. Does Bubby take shits in public at all?
No.
Why?
I don't even really funny about it.
Do you think it's because he's insecure?
Why would he be insecure?
No, he's just funny about it.
So has he ever almost like he's sweating, sitting there like he's fixing to just pass out? He had to shit so bad he waited till he got home.
Yeah.
Damn.
Has he ever accidentally crapped his pants while holding it in public?
Not that I'm aware of, but
shit in bed though.
Well, you've done the laundry, right?
Yes.
Like damn it, Bubba.
You ever seen any Hershey's Kisses in there?
No. Hopefully he would get rid of that.
He probably threw them away. He was like, "Oh, well, these got to go in the trash."
Well,
you know, found these trash.
This sounds a lot like Transformer talk.
It's pretty par for the course. So.
Oh.
Yes.
Is it true that in Bobby's left pocket in his back is his mask, and in the right pocket is a clean pair of Fruit of the Looms?
He has no Fruit of the Loom, so.
He wears tidy whities.
When is the last time?
Hey, Bobby, you can take the night off. We'll have Ballora stay on.
When is the last time you've seen Bobby in a pair of tidy whities?
I've never seen him in a pair of tidy whities.
Oh.
Well, now I know what I'm getting him for his birthday.
Oh.
A Walmart pack. Is it going to be like a 4 or 5 pack or 6 pack?
All right. I'm supposed to be with Jaina right now, so I'm going to let you guys go. Have a good night. I'll see you guys soon.
Jaina's still awake?
Here I am.
Is still awake?
Yeah, she, when I do podcasts and stuff, Jaina and Laura end up doing something together.
It's 11 o'clock at night.
What's cool?
8:43.
I told her that she could stay and you could take the night off if you want to.
Yeah, she's good, man. I want to hire her for Nerd Rage.
Oh, I know. So what do we got next?
Fanstoys Chomp.
Awesome. Same. Yeah, it looks good.
Skull Face Cruncher. Coming out in 2026.
Yeah, this one will never come out. I mean, it'll come out eventually, but
I think
it's
next
one of
year.
those things that'll be a long time before we see it, I think.
This will be years.
Leagues.
Why do you think they show them so? I understand why they do, but I don't know. Gets people excited and then just like, fuck, we gotta wait 2 years for it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm all for it. At least somebody's giving us something. There's fucking hope.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. But like you said, the well's running dry. There's not a lot of.
Look, we got Fanstoys doing Headmaster. People are like, no, there's still plenty of characters. I'm like, why the fuck are they doing headmasters?
Let me ask you this: why the fuck? I mean, it looks like the alligator 4 feet and maybe even the rear feet. They're not on rockers.
The alligator.
The back one looks a little. It could rock a little bit.
Yeah, the alt modes are always a little bit. That's where they. I mean, look, if they're gonna fucking make a sacrifice, I'd rather be in the alt mode.
The back one looks like it might be on a rocker a little bit.
Like like having their canopy not stay up and shit like that.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think it's a fine enough.
Yeah. No, I think it looks good. I'm in. I'm definitely 100% in. As long as it gets made.
Yeah.
I like them hands. Them hands are nice. I like them hands.
Are you out, Robert? You're not feeling it?
I'd rather get some more.
Kajus.
Kajus.
That's what you want. Some kajus. This looks like a kaju, kind of.
So
if you look at it squinting.
Oh, I see him. Looks like the little crocodile legs go into the back of his shins there, kind of like a trick
they
they
flip
do with
around?
the Dinobots. Like that's pretty cool. I feel like nobody's really ever done that with Skull Cruncher properly.
Agreed.
So
it looks clean. His legs look clean.
It's very clean.
They said the 3 looks awesome, and I hope you go on to the weird Headmaster Juniors because I want them too.
Yeah, me too, man.
Yeah. Was it Spinster? Or Spin? What were they?
What's the one I always?
Horrible.
Fangry.
Yeah,
Fangry and Horrible.
Oh, I was
Horrible's
thinking
like one
about
of
the
my
Target
favorite
Masters.
names for a Transformer. You know?
Yeah, it's a good one.
You had the Fangry. Yeah. What was it? There was 3 of them, right?
Yeah.
I have to get the Fangry and the Horrible because those are like my go-to joke for when people are like they're gonna make all of them. I'm like, really? They're gonna make a Fangry? So if they make a Fangry, I'm 100% getting it because I had to eat crow a little bit, you know.
And then,
you think they'll finish the? You think they'll start into Target Masters? Maybe get the Target Master Juniors and.
I hope so. I mean, I think the problem is that so here's the thing, right? I think if Contact Shot was a fucking raging success, we would have got them all.
He wasn't that bad. I mean, I love the figure, but
I love the figure. I think they did a great job, but I don't know how successful it was.
Mm.
You know, that's the problem when you start getting into this shit. We hear people all the time saying look, I'm not in. I'm stopping at season 3. You know, that's a common thing. You know.
Yeah, Contact Shot was not head and shoulders above the rest.
Are you gonna see yourself out?
Squeeze Play was the last one.
Squeeze Play, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember.
That's what they
I couldn't
call Bobby after Taco Bell, 20 miles from his house.
What the fuck are you talking about? I don't even eat Taco Bell. No, I don't. But you know what? The Taco Bell breakfast where they were making a pancake was the taco, and then they put eggs and bacon. I always wanted one, but I never had one.
Taco.
All right, so I don't know. The funny thing is, I feel like he just looks the most plain, not because he's gray. It's just
I think it's because he's gray.
The details are really just the spikes on his shins. So I really hope they bring the paint without it looking out of sorts with the other 2.
Yeah, as long as it matches, as long as it presents as well as Werewolf, no complaints out of me.
What did they bring the paint?
Method Man?
Yeah.
That would be fine too, as long as it had both eyes, because Method Man only had one eye in that video.
Where does that sword store?
In his butt.
That's not easy to say.
Where's that? But you know what my question is? Where's that snore s'more?
Where's that sword store, Bobby?
Do you think we get the rocks?
Robert, were you the guy that brought his own jacks outside, or did you always have to borrow jacks from somebody else?
Dude, he was the guy that had a bag full of jacks, man. Fuck that shit, man. And marbles too. He had the little the Crown Royal bag, and he put some marbles in there.
Oh, Crown Royal bag, dude! I feel like every kid whose father had a drink or 2 had a Crown Royal bag. I definitely had a Crown
hanging
Royal
from
bag.
in your car, man.
Yeah,
that shit hanging from the.
And a Cools T-shirt. Wait, I'm sorry. I just remembered what I got. I got something else. I did. I'm sorry. I tried to say before. Gary Allen. Shout out to Gary.
Oh, Push Up Man.
He's a great dude. Yeah. Him and Joe KW really helped me. Just, I saw a nutritionist and stuff, but I also bounced stuff off of them, and they gave me extra tips on just trying to get healthy. And you know, Gary, he's very supportive, a lot of good info, and I got in today's mail like a meal bag, you know, like it's really cool. Like it's a shoulder bag, and you can prepare your meals, so when you go out, you're still eating the food that you're cooking, obviously. But it's really cool. It's an all-in-one kind of bag. It even comes with the fucking freezer bags to put in there, and it's got like stuff to keep your food hot.
Is it MRI?
No, what is that? Isn't that rations? Military rations?
Yeah, it's a meals ready to eat. MRE, not MRI, MRE. God damn.
MRE.
No,
God, we served
MRIs at the hospital, man.
Yeah, MREs. We gave out MREs all the time, man. They were really good too.
No, but yeah, so it's, it has like all the a bunch of little Tupperwares for your meals, and it has the freezer bags to keep stuff cold, and utensils and everything. It's really thoughtful, really cool, because one of the big challenges is eating healthy when you're not home. You know, so I really appreciate that. You know,
dude, Gary hit me up today actually and asked me how I was doing, you know, with the weight and everything, all that stuff and everything, and excited. I can see him next month at Skullfest and everything. So
he hit me up.
He's great.
I haven't returned it yet. I have to. I'm gonna do it right now. So
yes.
Wow.
I've been busy today. Laura and I had a little
busy responding to outraged PMs.
Laura and I had a little meeting.
Meeting for about box art or about what?
Yeah, a little box art meeting.
Awesome.
She was like, how the light's gonna get paid this month? I was like, I'm on it.
Got Fanstoys checks coming in. Just
I'm working on it. And I was like,
give it time. Give it time.
She was like, how the light's gonna get paid? I was like, you see the skull cruncher?
Yeah, I'm doing that one. Yeah.
So, X2 Toys Giga Raiden.
Gross.
So, if you look at this one, there is a comment on it that actually has colored prototypes on there. It's like the first comment down. So, they definitely look better with color.
Oh, okay. Oh, they're making a Nemesis one too. Oh, imagine that.
Yeah, you would never guess.
He's got some shiny silver.
Yeah, they do look better with color.
Yeah, but still, it doesn't look on par with DX9. This is Legends, right?
It look better.
Is it Legends? I'm not really sure.
Yeah,
I see the ball joints and stuff. I didn't know if it was Legends or like classic scale.
Dude, in that picture, Optimus' head looks like a Titan Master.
Yep.
Is it a Titan Master?
Look at the forearms. Like, you know, he's got wheels on his forearms, and it's like his hands are just sliding mechanisms. It just looks like it's probably built cheaply, even though he has it looks like universals with proper hip flaps. It's probably built poorly.
It's got a waist swivel. It looks better than that. It looks. He's got the crotches. Looks better than that DX9 one.
Yeah,
I think. But overall, the DX9 one looks better.
What else has X2 Toys done? The twins?
Add-ons.
Yeah, they're terrible.
They did the twins. They did some add-ons. I think that's it.
And with the twins, like all die-cast?
No, they sucked.
Yeah, the twins. I'll tell you, like the twins do not hold up over time. Like mine are in serious trouble.
Oh, are they leaning?
Oh my god, it's like fucking, like I was like the whole fucking shelf did heroin.
So they're just, they're just jumping on the Legends bandwagon. Just because something is Legends doesn't mean it's good.
That's true. Look at Hot Soldiers.
Yeah, fuck them.
Fuck them right up the ass.
You are the Legends connoisseur.
Yeah, but it's funny. It's like, I don't know. Just looking at it, I'm not sure. It looks it's going to be built well. It just looks like it's transformed. It's engineered on the cheap.
Yeah, no, it doesn't. It doesn't look great.
I think. But it does the Iron Man pose though.
Well, that's got to count for something.
It does a little bit. Oh, look at the fucking wheels on the forearm. Oof, wee. On that first picture where he's like, hitting you in the gut, that looks gross. No.
Yeah, it's not a very good design. Like, it definitely looks like, with the wheels on the forearm and stuff, it's like they took the G1 Optimus design really to heart on this one. Mm-hmm. And like, the arms transform very similarly and stuff like that.
Yeah.
He's got the screw holes for the wheels. I mean, it just, like, I guess you could pretend they're saw blades, maybe. If that's your thing. Yeah. Pass.
You getting this, Robert?
Wait, hold on. I was talking to my kid. What was that?
I'm sorry.
Mike. Cringe here. Sorry.
Are you getting this?
Are you getting this, Robert D?
No, probably not. Probably not. I mean,
I feel like you're definitely getting.
Yeah, you definitely. You had a little pause there. You were definitely fucking get this kaiju shit.
I'm curious. Like, if I'm at NJCC or TFCon and he's there on sale, I would pick it up definitely. You know, but am I gonna go out of my way to click pre-order? I don't know. Maybe I'll click the pre-order to hold the place at BBTS. You know, and then make my decision subsequently. But it just, they don't have a good track record, and it doesn't look like it's engineered well.
I wonder how much their Legends are going to be. $25 probably?
No, they're going to charge a fuckload of money.
Really?
Of course they
are. People could not pay more than $25 for this.
No way. They're going to charge like $59 for this watch.
No.
There's like Mech Fans Toys did that, and Hot Soldiers did it, where they raised their prices to compete with Iron Factory, as if price point is how you compete with your competitors rather than the quality of your product. You know, so it's like they believe that it's like a buddy of mine is one of my, best, oldest friends is an attorney now. I went to law school with him, and he always wears a suit, right? He actually also always keeps his office messy, and he never answers his phone because he thinks that's what people want to see when to give the impression that he's a successful, busy attorney.
Like a big hot shot.
Yeah. So that's what they're gonna do. This is what Hot Soldiers did with their prices. Just raise them because that's what makes them look like they're good. Just make them more expensive, and it's stupid.
Dude, if you are at TFCon and I see you try to buy this, I'm gonna slap it out of your hand.
Why? I don't think it looks bad.
Looks terrible. What? No, I'm looking at it now more, and it's trash.
I mean, I don't think it looks great, but I'm not like disgusted by it.
It's trash. When you get to review it, you're gonna be like trash.
I gotta wait for Robert to buy it after he says he won't.
So
I will.
It's like I don't want to buy anything for you anymore. If I buy this for you, you'd fucking sell it for $5.
That is true.
Don't buy it for me, but don't buy it for me. I don't want you to buy it for me. Buy it for yourself, and then let me.
I feel like I set a precedent with you now. It's like if I get you a birthday present, you're gonna be a dick and sell it.
No,
like if I got you a coffee mug that said "Best Friends Forever," you'd sell it.
No, I definitely would not. But you never buy me anything. You buy me shit that you I don't want.
If I got you a pair of like Fruit of the Loom, like a whole set of.
Don't talk about Fruit of the Loom. I don't wear Fruit of the Loom. You told my wife. She said I don't wear. Don't talk. Stop talking about Fruit of the Loom.
If I got you that, you wouldn't wear them. You'd probably
of course not.
Away.
So I don't wear them. Of course not.
And you call yourself a friend,
Robert.
Dude, I want to see that mug though. Really, I do.
Robert.
Yes.
Who is the Jax champion in the neighborhood? Who is the guy to beat?
I played Scully. You ever play Scully? You ever play Scully with bottle caps?
No.
You flick the bottle cap. You take chalk and you draw like the thing on the floor, and you flick the bottle cap. No,
never heard of that.
Sounds kind of like Pogs back in the day.
You ever play Manhunt?
Did he make this? Did y'all slam Pogs? Anybody ever slam Pogs?
I never played Pogs.
I didn't either.
I remember it. I remember it, but I never played it myself.
Yeah, I remember seeing them in Walmart all the time. Just little round little.
Bobby played Magic the Gathering.
I could see that.
Played with your girl.
And his Fruit of Looms too.
Hey Bobby, did you ever play that dice game yet?
Which dice game? That fucking thing that you got me with the big stupid face? No. You're lucky I haven't sold that.
Dude, I bet it's
anybody that'd be dumb enough to buy it. That's the only reason why I haven't sold it.
Don't tell me you love Gorillas, because you don't love Gorillas as much as you love Star Wars. Because I think I can get you anything Star Wars and you wouldn't get rid of it. If I love Gorilla.
Who I love Gorillas more than I love Star Wars?
I'm just saying, you don't.
No, I know I don't. You don't need a fucking
Harambe.
I think one of Robert's missions in life and going to conventions is to find the most stupidest shit to get Bobby.
Yeah, like and then he acts like I'm supposed to take all of it and can treasure it.
You should.
I'm supposed to be like my grandma's ashes, Robert's fucking totem pole he got me.
Would you like a totem pole?
Oh God, new idea.
Totem pole. Like, it's a totem pole made up of nothing but Bruticus faces.
What if it was all of our heads?
Ooh.
If it was all of our heads, I would fucking keep it.
Yeah, I would keep that too. That'd be awesome.
Need to find a wood carver.
Who fucking? Are you gonna put that in Craigslist?
Man, artists are broke. I could find a wood carver, and I think I could get this done.
Ooh, well, hey, Bobby, why don't you draw us a box art of all of us?
Oh, wood carver.
You should design box art, and whenever someone buys our product, put it in said box art if they pay an extra amount of money for said box.
You should design a game of Jacks that on a digital app. Call it Axe. Like
Robert, if you make it to Skullfest, we'll play Jacks, man. Me and you, buddy.
I was gonna bring my Nintendo 64 with GoldenEye, but I think now I'm just gonna bring Jacks.
Yes,
marbles.
Please do.
Marbles. I'd have Selena draw you in chalk a little circle outside, and then you bent over in the driveway playing marbles.
They play, wouldn't they? I think they'd like it.
Would.
All right. What we got?
Play my kids?
Yeah.
No, my kids are easy as shit. They'd be like, outside on the ground.
The sun? I would burn.
All right, so there's a fucking black
hot out here.
So I need some water.
How humid is Baltimore in May?
What? It's humid. I mean, we're by the water, man.
I'm by the water too.
I'm gonna be sweating. God damn it!
Aren't you in like the armpit of the country though? Like when it comes to humidity.
No, it's not Florida. No, fuck, weird. The South is more humid than Baltimore.
Is it?
Is it just your basement, Bobby?
Fuck yeah.
I feel like you gotta be by the water to be human.
No, dude. Arkansas, Louisiana, all that stuff, Mississippi, Tennessee. Weird, dude.
That's how Bobby. I've been to Mexico.
You've never been to the South.
I've been to the middle of the jungle in Mexico, and that shit was fucking humid, and it was nowhere near the water.
There's absolutely nobody playing jacks in Mexico. You've never been.
Dude, if you ever come to Arkansas or anything in the South around July, August, man, it is.
Matt, I'm never going.
The Ozarks, it's a swamp. Of course it's humid.
Up there, but you would never come see me.
You don't throw any parties, man. I'm not welcome in your home.
I'm having Deluxe Fest. In my backyard.
All that dog shit.
I won't bring that dog shit up.
How much dog shit is in your backyard? Keep it real.
I can't walk around there. That's why. That's
my
how much
God.
dog shit
Is it like a Field of Dreams kind of amount of dog shit?
Pretty much, man. I put little flags, that mark it, every time he shits. So I won't have to walk it on it.
Do you like shoot a paint gun at the turd?
I don't have a paint gun, but that'd be pretty cool. I mean, we have a paintball range about 2 or 3 miles away from here. I might go try to play.
You would get destroyed, man.
Oh, no. Right now I would. But, oh, Mr. 31 pounds. I'm so big. Shut up. Where's my... she must be taking a bath. Okay.
She must be taking a dump bath.
Dude,
Rob,
a.k.a. Mr. 31 pounds.
I'm happy for her. I'm so happy for her. I'm glad.
Sad?
I am happy. Every time he says something, I'm always happy. And I'm glad. And he told me he did some jumping jacks. He's doing jump rope, and I tried jump rope, like I said the other day, and I can't fucking do it. It hurts.
I thought you said jumping jacks. You meant jump rope?
I meant jump rope. Did I say jumping jacks?
You
I'm
said
sorry.
you tried jumping jacks.
I could do jumping jacks. I can't. I tried the jump rope.
He just said he did some jacks. You thought he said jumping.
Yeah.
Robert got all excited.
I was like, Jacks? You did jacks? What technique did you use?
No, sincerely, I am so happy for Robert. I'm glad he's losing weight and he feels better, and I can't wait to see him. So
thank you. I actually did start jumping rope. Was it a week and a half?
A couple of days. Yeah, was it a week? Yeah.
I want to know what that thank you is all about.
It's fucking hard.
I mean, I said thank you.
Like doing speed rope is really hard.
Your pants ain't falling down anymore, are they? When you do it, right?
The first time I tried at the gym, my pants fell down. It was very funny. And my daughter was there, and she started laughing at me. And she said she could hear him. She could feel me jumping, like I was shaking the concrete.
Yeah, I remember you saying that. That's funny.
You got to start somewhere, man.
Just do it for 10 minutes, as long as you can, until you get gas. Get your
I did 5. I did 5, and I almost passed out. I blacked out almost. I was like, oh, Lord.
Just give yourself 10 minutes. You give yourself 10 minutes, however many you can do.
5. I did 5, Robert. I jumped 5 times.
You do 5.
I almost passed out.
Yeah, but you did 5. Most people can't do 2 because they can't get the rhythm. It's about rhythm.
That's true. I do have rhythm for a white boy.
You do.
I've seen you dance.
Yeah, man.
It's pretty good.
You do that Prince Touchy self shuffle that you do.
Oh yeah, and the truffle shuffle. I'm going to work out tonight after the show, actually. So
it's pretty good.
So anyway,
Did your wife marry you because you're such a good dancer, Matt?
Exactly. That's what was in the our
vows.
Prenup.
So I could say prenup, but I don't have prenup. I ain't got shit. Yeah, our vows. She said, "I love the way you dance," and that's
She
it.
said, "I like the way you move."
Pretty much, yeah.
I love your haircuts.
Move. Dun, dun, dun. I like the way you move. Outcast? No.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's the one. That's the one. That's the reference.
So there's a black version of this X2 Toys Prime. I don't really think we need to go into that much because shocker.
No one saw that happen. No one saw that.
Instead of a Nemesis version, come out with a sleep mode. Like people would a damaged. If you did a battle damaged sleep mode, you can then repaint it into a battle damaged Prime. Then you'd have regular Prime, then fucked up Prime, then dead Prime. You'd be able to tell a story on your shelf.
Mm-hmm. Or a bathing ape version. I mean, come on. Who didn't want that?
Yeah.
Then a clear version because he did.
I have one of them bathing apes actually for the G1. I have the green one.
See, Matt would be all over this.
That's all over anything.
Yeah, because I'm big. Thanks for the fat joke.
No, I meant
Robert.
because you like toys. I
don't know why I stay on here. I don't understand.
It wasn't a fat joke.
Sure it sounded like a fat joke, Robert.
Yeah.
I meant because he likes everything, not because he's all over.
Sound like a Jack's joke.
Oh, he likes everything. The toaster, the microwave.
Yeah.
It's very funny, Robert.
He's been good. It's actually really hard to, when you make fast food a habit, it's tough to stop that shit.
Yeah, I think it's because you get out of the habit of cooking for yourself.
Yeah.
It's so much easier just to go drive and pick up something. I haven't had fast food in 4 weeks now. Almost
Good for
5.
you, Matt. Good for you, Matt.
I think they put stuff in there too that makes you want it. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, there's some science to that shit. Like you burn it off faster and it actually becomes like a chemical addiction. Like there is some science to that shit, but I can't recall it off the top of my head.
Well, I mean, it makes you feel good. I mean, it's my I don't drink or smoke or do drugs or any of that stuff. But food is, it's like a comfort to you. You just going to McDonald's, man, getting them fucking fresh fries out of the fucking thing with salt on them and shit, man, it's so good.
The crazy thing is, these days you're better off fucking doing some of the drugs than you are fucking eating some of this food.
Yeah, meth, I could lose a lot of weight, man.
I don't mean like that.
But all right. I took that the wrong way. So I apologize for that.
Yeah, it's work to eat right. It really is, but it's just habits. So once it can be overwhelming, but you just deal with what you can and not beat yourself up if you can't just jump on the whole bandwagon. And as I'm a creature of habit, so as I incorporate healthy choices into my habits and I don't have to think about it, then I can incorporate more habits. That's really what I think it is, not overwhelming yourself and not being hard on yourself. Just telling yourself, I'm not going back. If it's one thing I'm doing differently, I'm never going to change that one thing back. Right. And then once that's a habit, now it's another thing I'm going to change.
Right.
Dude, soda's real bad. I haven't had soda in over a year. And I don't miss them. I mean, I love drinking water. I mean, I'll drink, a milkshake, because it's good. But
I haven't had soda in a long time as well, but I miss it like shit. Like I miss the fuck out of it.
Yeah, I see my my wife and my mom drink Cokes and Dr. Pepper, and I do miss it. But
well, my nutritionist hates him. Nutritionist.
Very, very 2018 Brooklyn of you, Robert.
I'm just trying to say that it came from somewhere, But anyway, you can.
People that grew up in the Brooklyn '80s are rolling over in their graves.
Does she play jacks with you too?
Diet Pepsi. See, like if you need soda, Diet Pepsi, it has no saccharin. They changed it, and it's the only diet soda that doesn't have anything.
Tastes like shit.
So I think there's other shit in there that's probably bad for you, but if you're gonna have soda, you can have a Diet Pepsi.
I'd rather just not drink any of that shit.
Or have seltzer. Seltzer does it for me, honestly.
Seltzer, so
uppity. That or a big cock. Mm-hmm. I mean, what?
Uppity.
Okay. What, Bobby?
Nice job on the seltzer, Mac.
I like seltzer.
I know you do.
So what do you do? What do you drink when you're not drinking red wine out of a stemless glass? What do you drink?
Vitamin water. Vitamin water or water.
Or you go with the Revive, don't you, Bobby?
No, I do the the ones with no calories. Like I do like the lemonade or the what's the other one they got? Like the orange, and they got a red one too. But I don't really fuck with the red one too tough. But I go with the
dragon fruit.
No, I don't. Maybe it's called dragon fruit. I don't know.
Power C.
One is lemonade and one is orange, but I don't know like the technical vitamin water names of them.
How much water do you drink? How much water do you drink every day, Bobby?
Not nearly enough.
You don't drink Gatorade or anything?
No. I mean, sometimes I will if I'm in a circumstance. If I'm in a circumstance where I have to really physically exert myself, I will have a Gatorade. But I don't have a Gatorade just because I'm thirsty. Never.
What flavor? What flavor do you like?
My favorite is the Frost, like the blue.
Oh, the
great drink. Great drink.
What about you, Justin? What's your favorite Gatorade? If you drink Gatorade.
I like the fruit punch.
Nice, me too.
And Aston drinks motor oil.
I like the fruit punch and the orange. I drink the orange one too, and the fruit punch. I like those two. What about you, Robert? Do you drink Gatorade?
I drink a lot of water. I've been drinking at least 100 ounces a day. I've been drinking at least 100 ounces a day for 2 months. And
nice.
You know who turned me on to it initially was Bobby. Who is it? It says drink your water.
D Amazing.
Okay, D Amazing. So I was like, yeah, drink your water, huh? And then Gary was like, yeah. And I saw Gary at I think I saw him at NJCC, and he fucking walks around with like a pitcher of water.
Dude, I've seen people run around with those jugs and shit when they're working out. They'll just drink a jug of water.
I'm like, that's a commitment. I don't want to walk around with a fucking vase or a vase.
A vase or a vase?
No.
No, I don't either. My problem. The reason why I hate drinking water. I'm not a big fan of water in the first place. I'll be honest. But on top of that, like I hate fucking going to the bathroom all the time, and like I don't like going to the bathroom in public places. So. Like that's an issue. I don't.
Do you hover, Bobby? You hover.
Do I hover when?
When you're taking? Oh, you don't take shits. Okay.
Bobby has to stand at the kiddie urinal, or his dick fucking.
So look, I do stand at the kiddie urinal.
Wow.
That is a fact.
Is that why you don't shit in public toilets? Because your dick goes in the water?
The backsplash. Like I don't want that shit all over me. Like I'd rather have it on. I'd rather have it all my like.
Wow, you got some. You need to talk to my wife. You need a therapist or something.
I definitely need a therapist. I definitely 100% need a therapist. I'm well aware of the fact that I need a therapist.
You know, therapy is the new thing in Brooklyn.
I know. That's why I'm not doing it.
God. So is Jax. But
anyway,
no, that's not in Brooklyn.
The two most important things to healthcast is water and sleep. And I still can't get my sleep right. I get 4 to 5 hours of sleep a night.
Yeah, you're supposed to get 8 at least.
Nope. Bobby, what do you get? 3 to 4?
Yeah.
That's terrible.
What do you do? Do you just go downstairs and just start making dials?
Well, this is one thing I forgot to mention. The new things I got this week. I got a
CPAP.
Laura got me an iPad Pro.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Rich people. God,
So,
did you get the wireless earbuds too, you fucking hipster?
He did, didn't he?
He did.
No,
he paused. He paused.
I don't much like going to the bathroom in public places. I don't like things in my ears.
You are weird.
I am weird. I know it.
I need a phone call. I need a phone call. We need to talk.
I already agree with you that I need therapy. So I've been doing a lot of drawing on there recently, and that's well, it is and it isn't because I've been getting probably even less sleep recently.
Well, Mr. Extra Zero and William Fong do that a lot. They're really good at it.
Yeah.
And Oscar.
And Oscar. Yes, Oscar.
I think he has something else.
Yeah, he's a droid because he's cool.
Yeah, I think he. I don't think he uses.
Yeah, Jordan. Mr. Jordan's getting back into that stuff, and he's done really good. So
Yeah.
He drew an offensive photo of my dance at Skullfest last year.
It was funny though. Come on, now.
Okay.
Justin, do you draw?
No.
Okay. All right. Moving on.
No. Not at all, Justin?
No.
Are you a terrible artist?
Yes.
I would love to see you draw something.
Yeah.
Draw you a stick figure.
Okay, let's move it along. Shockwaves Lab. Who would have thought that with like 7 things on the docket, we would be an hour and 15 minutes in and not even halfway through it?
Imagine that.
Host life. This is why Bobby goes, when it's my turn to host, he'll be like, oh, no, it's my turn again. We go clockwise this month, and the next month counterclockwise. I haven't hosted in like 3 months.
None of those things have happened.
Shockwaves Lab Overlord upgrade.
Have we seen this, or is this a new one?
No, this is a new thing that actually gives like the engines to the Power Masters or whatever and stuff like that. Like, I don't know. It's fine. If you have this toy, then go for it.
Is this for the Titan Returns one?
Yeah.
Oh. I'm good.
Where the fuck?
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. Yeah. All right. Cool.
I mean, this is a thing.
Yep.
Are you interested?
No.
So is herpes, but we don't talk about that a lot.
New faces. Matthew, do you have this Overlord?
I do have that Overlord.
Would you get the upgrade?
It'd be something I pick up maybe at a con or something. I wouldn't pre-order it.
So this is, you know what? If you got like upgrade kits like this for your Hasbro Takara stuff, you're like OG 3P.
Mm-hmm.
You can get a T-shirt made OG 3P.
Okay.
I would do it.
I will look into that. I will say how much that will cost.
Okay. Maybe
Thank you, Robert.
Justin can draw. Bobby can do the artwork. Generation Toys Gorilla. This is interesting.
This is out?
Why would you say it's stupid?
So why the fuck do you need this when MP did one that looks amazing?
That is true. He does have to speak the truth. It's just almost out. I think this came out last year or this week or something.
Look at picture 3, the like 3/4 angle. Like, what the fuck is that?
No, where he's smiling at you in ape mode, smiling at you.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, not ape mode. The one where it's the 3/4 Optimus view.
Hold on. What's your question, Justin?
What's the point?
I mean, I don't think there is a point. I think it's like if they're like, hey, do you wish that Beast Wars never used real animals? Well, here you go. Like, I think that's, which I think is the better way to do it. But since they didn't do it, it is meaningless.
What? I don't know. There's something about this that it actually piques my interest more so than the mind wipe. You know? They're both animals, Bubby.
Shocker.
They're both animals.
I don't like the 8 mode. The 8 mode does not. I don't like that box head. I mean, I guess
it's based off of something, though. What's this based off of?
We're all animals, Mr. Ventura. It was all some like fucking art that was in some magazine or some shit.
Oh, back in 1985. Yeah.
Some shit.
Is that the Sears episode or magazine? Or?
No, it was like in a Japanese magazine.
Well, you got to ask yourself, right? Why would Transformers transform into robot-looking animals back in the prehistoric age? Who the fuck would they? They would just be doing it to pretend they were other animals for no other reason. It would be kind of silly.
Yeah, it's dumb.
I did see someone point out, like, why would they transform into animals when they could be a vehicle? I'm like, it was prehistoric ages, man.
Were there gorillas in prehistoric ages?
Someone on Facebook was saying that. I'm like, yeah, I don't know if you remember, but there definitely was no vehicles back when Beast Wars.
I don't think they would drive around.
I mean, would this guy fool any kind of fucking gorilla? Like, they would just pretend they would think he was just a fucking terrible gorilla.
And I think he's a special gorilla.
I mean, did Optimus Primal fool any gorillas? I can't remember.
There were no other gorillas in that show.
No,
so what the fuck? It's still dumb then.
You're dumb.
Right? Is that not dumb?
No, maybe
tell me. Come on, tell me.
Maybe after he scanned the gorilla, maybe they move over to another part where there were no gorillas at.
What if the Ark crashed, right, in the ancient San Diego, and then over time a zoo was built over it, and then there was an earthquake, and then they just scanned a bunch of fucking animals.
San Diego, not San Diego.
San Diego.
Which means whale's vagina.
I don't think that's what it means. No, it does.
The truth is, nobody knows what it means.
Step Brothers 2, man. Step Brothers 2, man. Fuck you.
No, that's Ron Burgundy.
No, it's coming out.
Oh.
Movies, and Step Brothers 2, his next one is going to be Step Brothers.
You're like, I know, I'm pretty sure it means Saint Diego. Let's agree to disagree.
I think I'm gonna go out on a limb here, and I think this is promising, and there's a huge wave. We've seen tons of art, tons of designs, and this is just the first.
I think this looks great.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. I think.
Yeah, no, I love this. I think this looks great. I wish that Beast Wars was this.
I liked it. I would get it.
Yeah. No, I think it looks great.
I think this is where you're probably going to see a divergence, as G1 dies off in terms of MP stuff, and it's just mostly Legends, and then you're going to have stuff like this, where it's just these interesting offshoots where mainline collectors aren't really interested. But I think they're going to still have a strong following because there are a lot of Beast Wars fans, and this kind of bridges a gap between the whole mech/animal thing. I'm interested. I'm going to get this, but I'm not a fan of, I'm worried about this transformation.
Why? They do great transformations.
Aren't they overly engineered?
Generation Toy?
Yeah.
I don't feel like they are. I feel like they have the best transformations in the game. I really do.
Didn't they do a Prime?
They did do a Prime, and it was way better transformation-wise, engineering-wise than that fucking other Prime.
I thought that was the other. Wait.
No.
Is this the one you broke?
Oh.
What's the one that you broke?
G Creations.
Yeah,
G Creations.
The problem is
G Creations
and Generation Toy sound like the same company.
Right.
Yeah. So you broke the G Creations.
Correct.
How did you break it?
Transforming it. I feel like you're fucking with me, right?
So which part did you break, and how did you break it, and what you do with the break?
Is the Jazz, was that G Creations or Generation Toy?
Generation Toy.
Sure. Toys.
And that was a shit transformation, though, right?
Nope.
It was by a small known company called G Creations.
No, but that was
called. It might be called Jack Creations.
That was Generation Toy Jazz.
Yes.
And it was trash.
Their Jazz was awesome.
Jazz was great.
You said the trash was
just a modern representation of them.
Matt couldn't transform it fully.
What are you talking about?
You said it was shit.
I did not. I like Generation Toy.
No, Prowl. I'm sorry, Prowl.
I transformed it fine, and I love Prowl. He's a good figure.
Is that
it's a beautiful figure. It's not a great transformer.
No, the transformation, the leg mode, the legs and shit were a bitch to do. But as far as I meant the fuck you, dick. I meant the legs transforming were a pain in the ass. But overall, the bot and the alt mode look really good. The alt mode especially. I'm sorry, the bot mode looks really good. I love Generation Toys. What are you talking about, Robert? Go play some Jacks or something.
Generation Toy, they get a lot of things right. They don't get it all right, but they get a lot of things right.
Because they're combined.
Uh-oh.
Why is she crying?
Because your internet connection.
She crying.
His internet connection's actually been pretty good tonight. I have to give him that.
It's better.
I don't know. What are you talking about? Combiners? They don't have combiners.
Generation Toy? Yeah, they do. They had the.
Debbie. I'm sorry. Yeah,
all that shit is theirs. The Minosaur, the Defensor, the fucking Bruticus, the Computron.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're what's weird to me is their combiners. They're very intuitive. That's why it came as a shock to me that their individual releases seem to be quite the opposite in terms of complexity and.
I feel like you don't have it. I feel like you don't have it right in your head.
Thank you, Bubby.
I feel like you're confusing Generation Toy with
Creations.
I think I am.
Because all the Creations individual releases are fucking amazing.
God damn it.
It's their combiners that they actually have, in my opinion, more of an issue with, and it's only in the 9th inning that they have an issue with. All the individual releases of their combiners are great.
Now, which Megatron did you review? The G Creation or Generation Toy with the bomber?
That was Generation Toy.
Generation Toys. Okay, that's the one I need to get that.
And that transformation was awesome, also.
Awesome, also. Awesome Possum.
That looks good.
Awesome Possum.
Did you see that? You ever watch that stand up? Awesome Possum. All right, so I'm excited.
I might get this too.
Justin's
it looks
excited.
Pretty good.
Matthew's excited. Bobby would be excited if you like. Justin, are you in on this?
No. It's fucking stupid.
Man of many words.
Fucking stupid.
Why wouldn't you want to at least check it out?
Because I like my money more than checking out things that are not interesting to me.
Boom. What did I say boom for? That was stupid. God, I'm fucking retarded.
It's just so, if you had one less car, you would have the fucking, money to waste.
He's had the same cars since we've been on this show.
He's only
has 4 cars. He don't get a car every week.
He has like 7 cars.
He might build one later, but I'm just saying he don't get one.
He has the only T2RX6 ever made.
That's right.
You know he's popping out kids left and right now. He's got to have cars for them when they get older.
Yeah, he's getting ready to trade all those fucking sports cars in for the fucking minivan.
Nah, we got the SUV for that. We're good.
No, you're getting a fucking minivan, dude.
Yeah, minivan.
Yeah, definitely. Fucking, it's gonna self-drive itself and everything. It's gonna have all this, you know.
Well, self-drive itself.
Honda Odyssey.
Honda Odyssey, right? Is that the way to go?
That. Standard.
I think that's what I'm getting next.
Yeah. For what?
The car.
Oh,
my car.
Yeah, you're right. He's got plenty of fucking seats in there for her to draw on.
My car is like fucking. What the fuck? I don't remember the name of the show, but with Red Fox. What was that show?
Sanford and Son?
My car is like Sanford and Sons. It's so old. I've had it for years. It is a trash car. I'm embarrassed of it.
You big dummy. You big dummy. Dummy. Shout out to bottom.
I need to get a new car. And yeah, I was thinking Honda Odyssey. There.
Do it.
So Justin, what are you gonna put all the kids in the Mustang? What the fuck?
No, I'll use my SUV. It's got the third row. I'm good.
What kind of SUV do you have? 4Runner?
What?
What kind of SUV do you have?
Oh, just the Kia Sorento.
Just a Kia Sorento.
It's a nice car.
We have a Kia.
What color is it?
White.
White.
I've seen it before, Robert.
Are you hoping for a girl for the new unit?
Yeah, it'd be nice. One of each.
Girls are great.
Yeah.
Right, then you're gonna have 13 more. All right.
My wife's like, I want to have another kid, but it has to be a boy. I'm like, what the fuck do you want from me?
Yeah. Look, there's some percentage of that shit. Like if you have two of the same sex in a row, there's like a 76% statistically that the third will be the same.
I don't care what the gender is. It's like you're my kid. Like it's almost weird to be hung up on the gender. It's
Dude,
like,
very 2018 Brooklyn of you.
Very much so. And if you want to be if you're born a girl,
very
and you identify as something else, that's okay too.
Wow, very, very awesome of you, man.
Matt, what do you identify as? Fans Hobby Astrobots. Is this
I
Fans
identify
Hobby?
as Pussy Hat.
Oh
so this thing is confusing to me. If we want to go on, I mean,
what is it?
Know.
No, we don't.
We can stay and keep talking about whatever you guys are talking about. It's okay. Only one of us has to edit it tonight, dicks.
What is this one? What is this one?
It's new stuff.
It's Astrobots.
It's like this unique. Like, it's
toy?
a what is it? Like it's an actual story. Like it's a. They're trying to make their own product here, and I didn't think that it was an offshoot of Fans Hobby, but that's what Greg said. I know Lenny forwarded this to me, so I thought it maybe was an offshoot of MMC, just because Lenny forwarded it.
This looks like something Lenny would like.
So they are I think they're Skullface fans.
Clearly,
because of big heads.
No, like
the hump.
Like they're avid viewers.
The hump.
Wait, what?
He said the hump.
Yeah,
he's got a hump on his back.
Why are they Skullface fans?
I guess because they like the content.
I think we're pulling something out of our ass for that.
No. Like I'm telling you, like I know for a fact.
Jack.
So this is just this company, be it Fans Toys, Fans Hobby. Sorry, Bobby, didn't mean to offend. Or whoever. You know, they were like, well, Unrustable Bastards can do it.
So can we.
Pretty much. I mean, the art and stuff looks pretty cool, but like,
tip of the hat.
I care, you know. I mean, it's just me.
It seems like the Unrustable Bastards were fairly successful. Like they're doing a second wave now of like the cops.
Yeah, some of them they sold out.
You know, so I mean, I guess if like the market talks. So I wouldn't be surprised if you see more people getting into it. If they're like, fuck, well, that shit's selling out.
Mm-hmm.
Like Contact Shot is still fucking sitting, or whoever is still fucking sitting around. Let's do fucking some new shit.
He's not sitting around. He's just sold out too.
So it's just like a posable action. It's just an action figure.
I don't know how it would transform and what it would transform into. Space shuttle, maybe.
I'm thinking about selling my Utopia.
The Metro.
Yeah.
Why? Do you have
I think it goes. I think it goes for a pretty penny, and like it doesn't really fit with my collection. Like my Devastator sits next to it and like towers over it, so it just doesn't really work. You know,
what about your Metroplex? Your Metroplex scales with Devastator. Your Hasbro.
It doesn't scale properly with Devastator, but it scales better.
Do you have the Scorponok?
Huh?
Do you have the Scorponok too?
Yeah, I'm thinking about getting rid of that too.
I think about selling that dead Prime. He can go on eBay for like $600.
Hey, if you're coming to Skullfest, that'll save me money in shipping, and you want a Utopia or a Scorponok. Boy.
Oh God, you're selling everything going to fucking dolls too, aren't you?
No, not everything. Just, I mean, like.
Speaking of which, I hope Tyler L never gets this. No one buys that Skywarp. Ever.
He dropped it down to 140. He's trying. Bless his heart.
Sell for 140?
Nope. I mean, so he had it for 150.
That's crazy. Fuck, man.
Bless his heart, man. Likes to share.
I was trying to get a Skywarp. I couldn't find one for less than 250.
You see, I think if you sold your Utopia and your Pandanus, the two go together, and you could find a place for them. They don't have to be in your proper display.
I don't have. Yeah, they're out of here.
Have room.
To be honest about the Skywarp, I think honestly that people are hoping that and what they're probably going to do is the Make Toys are going to do the Skywarp.
That's crazy.
Is it crazy?
Like, I think so. I mean, like, I just think it's. I just think the loss in value is interesting. You know,
especially MP
for a Takara exclusive masterpiece.
I'm not surprised. It was overpriced. It was inflated. It's a popped balloon. That's what that is.
Yeah, but 140 though. I mean, that's
all exclusive, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
What the fuck does that mean? It is a repaint.
It means fucking nothing.
Nothing.
It's just a bullshit reason to inflate the price. That was inflated, and now you're seeing that it's just a.
Or it's single-handedly distributing it to everyone. That's what it means.
Nothing.
I wouldn't buy that. I never bought that. I cherish my fucking original Sky, not the original, but the was it the Kmart Skywarp that I got?
Walmart.
I love that thing.
I got that. I got that thing for 20. Nope.
Yeah, that shit was on.
I think it was $15 when I picked it up.
Oh.
I did too. I got either 10 or 15 on mine too. They were on the end shelf, and they were just like a whole shelf of just fucking Skywarps, and I think they had them down to $10 at one point.
Yeah, like there are certain things in my collection I couldn't bring myself to get rid of because they're like some of the first things I got once things were changing. You know what I mean? Like, Skywarp, I can't ever get rid of him. Even if he's upgraded, I can't get rid of him because just like Scoria was upgraded, I still can't get rid of the original.
I feel that way about some things too. But Utopia is
not gorillas though.
Utopia is not. Utopia is certainly not one of those things.
Yeah, this dude got a fucking articulated roaring King Kong, and he flipped that shit at a 250% loss.
How much do you think Walmart lost blowing out Skywarps for $15?
Nothing, because Walmart doesn't pay the person they get the shit from until they've sold it.
See, and that makes me wonder. With that, like,
wrote the Book of Love.
If someone is okay with blowing out Skywarps for $15, why do we need to have like the shit that they have out there now? You know, like clearly someone lost money on $15 Skywarps, but someone was like, yeah, whatever, go ahead, pull that trigger. Like, let's go ahead and put out some good stuff. Why all the hollow stuff?
Yeah, I think what happened was Walmart was like, look, this shit isn't moving. Either we're sending it back to you, or we can sell it for whatever we can get it for.
Yeah, and they're like, whatever, it doesn't matter.
Yep.
Dude, I remember when Walmart had those MP1s, not the Master, the first Optimus Prime, and they got down to like $25-$30, and I remember we went and bought a bunch of them and took them back to other stores to try to get full price for them.
The thing is, those let me get my where's my vape,
Are you drinking
Bobby?
tea? Are you drinking tea or something?
Trying to find my vape and I can't find it. Here it is. Okay. Did
you check up your asshole?
No, my vape died. You know when you get that vape dye, that pen.
No,
Bobby?
we don't. We're not gay.
You have one vape, Bobby?
Yeah.
What are you doing? It dies. You got an extra battery charge ready to go?
No, I just charge it responsibly, Robert.
Responsibly.
Responsibly, Robert.
At night, I charge my phone, I charge my vape, and then it's good for the next day.
You charge your dick.
How would you charge his dick?
Why would I charge my dick, Robert? Stop being an idiot.
Get that vibrating implant. Yo, if you get a vibrating implant in your dick, would you do it?
Probably.
Yeah, me too.
I already got one.
And a lick simulator on your bung. Like, hold on 1 minute. Click. Click. Oh, I'm ready to
go. The special effects with the slurping what made it.
You know, Justin, back to what you're saying. They charge that shit for the garbage because the profit margin's tremendous for them. That's why.
Mm-hmm.
I think
it's tremendous profit for shit garbage that they probably, you know, they pay, you know, they pay back a percentage to whoever sent it to them.
Yep, that's what I kind of figure.
I don't know about you. All right, so going on down.
We're done with third party.
I think our listeners should say, hell yeah, if you want Justin to draw a piece of art for the next week's page.
Oh, good. If you're going to edit the show, Robert, I will gladly do that.
Boom. I said boom again.
Okay, wow, we still have more news to do. Jesus Christ.
5 years later, Robert still hasn't figured out how to sign into the Shattercast Uncut YouTube to reply to the comments.
Wasn't he supposed to make
He's
a
definitely
shirt
not going to be editing this fucking show.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't he supposed to do the Deluxeisms or something? How's that going?
Oh, yeah, he's still working on that, too.
You think I should, if people think I should be replying to comments under the Shattered Cast name, let me know. I could do that easily. I just figure, hey, who gives a shit?
No, it's fine.
I don't get the notifications anyway. I get
I rarely get them as well.
I don't get them for Shattercast at all.
What is that all about?
I don't know. I get them for my stuff, but I don't get them for Shattercast.
I don't get them for mine.
Only thing I get, I get the show when the show posts. I'll get that.
I don't get that either.
I'll get a notification for that. That's it. I don't get any for people commenting. I always have to.
You said you get a notification for all slow pokes.
So shout
Did I say slow poke? I said
shout out.
Statue news. God damn it.
Jazz all colored up.
Was it the Jazz that were getting Oh, now come on, Justin.
Nope.
Oh, Justin, it's Cybertronian Jazz.
Yeah, he has no numbers. He's got no stripe. It's not Jazz.
He's got a gold gun, though.
This might as well be one of the Omnibots, if you ask me.
Dude, this is the Jazz you need.
No, it's not.
I think it's beautiful, Justin.
Beautiful.
Well, good. Get it for your collection.
I think he wants me to buy more by saying that.
What?
I think you're saying that just because you're trying to manipulate me.
Nope. I'd rather you get me the Ecto one, which is probably about the same price, if not cheaper.
I don't think any of us will ever have a Jazz that looks this good.
I think I would buy the Ecto one, throw it out, buy this, put this in the Ecto one box.
That's great. Then I'll sell it and I'll buy the Ecto one for myself.
That would be He'd just be like, yes. Oh, fuck.
Dude, the way
$1 million.
The way that it balances on that stand is fucking amazing.
I hope it can hold it up, man. I hope they don't break off.
I'm sure it's sorted.
It looks beautiful. I don't know about that gold gun, though. Jazz didn't have a gold gun.
I mean, he didn't have a lot of the shit that we see in here, but it's still fucking, you know, it looks like fucking cool, man.
Oh, they could do a repaint with Stepper.
Yeah, statue repaints, you know. I'm sure they're popular.
How big are these statues? Like, how big are they?
13 inches.
It depends. Like, I don't know how they do the transfer ones. Like, I have no concept. If you go to, I'm sure BBTS has the measurements if it's up for pre-order.
Probably. Yeah.
Like, do they scale with each other too?
No clue.
I don't know. Should statues scale?
I don't think it's a necessity.
I don't really think most
people
don't care.
I don't think they're not meant. In my opinion, they're not meant to be like together
next to each other and stuff.
Yeah, like they're meant to like be their own little presence.
Be in the corner of that detolf.
Put them in that
the far corner.
Put them on top of your Toy World Devi and the D12.
And the Omega.
Have your Toy World Devi holding him in his 2 hands.
Over his head.
I would love to see
up the second and third and part of the fourth shelf. Cut a hole in the fourth shelf for his head to poke through. Have him holding.
How many shelves are in a D12?
4.
13. I made 13 on mine. I got that shit packed.
So if you, how much weight can they hold? Because if some poor guy spends
I had
like
a hard time fitting all these in, so I took some glasses from the cupboard and flipped them upside down. And now I can stand my Bumblebee on top of them.
If someone puts there all these statues and D12s, come on, that's IKEA product. They can't be that sturdy. Like
I mean, you could fit. You could put one in, like one per shelf.
Put that jazz in there.
Yeah, like that would look sharp, but
would it handle the weight though?
Probably. I think so.
Could.
I got some heavy statues in one of my D12s.
But that Starstream one that looks like this, with the same thing, you couldn't. That's too big. No way. You'd have to take out all 14 shelves to put it in there.
Then you'd have -1 shelf left.
Oh,
you said they had 13 shelves.
Yeah, you only have 13.
I just made another shelf. Just walk over.
Did they skip the 13th shelf and call it 14, even though it's only actually 13 shelves? Like, because the 13th shelf is bad luck.
That's true.
13 shelves where people put the Fanstoys Omega wings.
The wing, just the wing.
They just stack them up and lay them in the corner.
And a fryer too. Put a fryer in there too.
How about that one guy? Just fucking. He didn't have it in a D-top, but he has Omega in like one of those skinny billies, and he's like fucking sideways.
Is it? Nice. Come on, dude.
Right face.
Just Friday 13th next week, actually. Speaking of Friday 13th.
Like,
all right.
Come on, man. Like, doesn't that gotta eat you up if you like look at it every day and just like, man, my Omega Supreme, like I spent $400 on it, and he's just facing the wall.
Like he's trying to move through the crowd or something, like, trying to scooch. Like, pardon me, sir. Ma'am. Ma'am.
I'm sorry.
Ma'am.
I got a 4 o'clock appointment. I'm trying to get through. I'm sorry.
Or just like he's trying to grab your shirt so he can kill himself.
I'm just trying to excuse me. I'm just trying to get to the front of the shelf because I got 2 more Guardians coming in behind me.
Exactly. I'm trying to get in the front row, folks.
Honestly, anyone who bought a Guardian, in your heart you regret it.
Catfish bought one. He loves it. He said he even likes it better than the Omega.
That's bullshit.
I think if you have the display space and but here's my thing. I feel like you can't have one Guardian. Like that was my big hang up.
You have to have 2 at least. I think 3. Maybe 3.
I don't think you have to have 3. I think if you have Omega flanked by 2 Guardians, that's fucking bad.
Yeah, I can see that, yeah.
But like if you just have them standing side by side together like the Wonder Twins, that's trash.
I don't think you can properly display Omega with the Guardians. They don't belong together.
Speaking of trash, can I make a public statement real quick?
Tub.
I never post in any fucking Transformer groups. So if you think that you see something that I've posted in a Transformer group, you're wrong.
Mm-hmm.
That's just.
I was not wrong,
Bobby. I just gotta say one thing. You need to lose some weight, dude. I like your fake tats.
It's all up front for the camera. I was like, honey, I'm gonna start a review channel, but I'm gonna get some tattoos first, like some peel-ons, so that can look better.
The painstaking process of doing a review channel that you have to reapply them every single time.
There'd be different ones too. Like, wait, didn't I just? You had an angel on your arm. Now you have a Transformer. I think that's a lot, Bubba.
All my raisins.
All right, let's go to the next fucking.
All right,
this looks beautiful.
Now, the next thing that all MMC fans are instantly salivating over and regretting their allegiance, Flame Toys Tarn.
Oh God, man, this fucking thing looks amazing.
Is it 345 or 365?
I can't do it. I can't justify it, but holy shit. Like, hey, Justin, did you ever watch that review I sent you?
I did, yeah. It looked really good.
Yeah. Like, these people know how to make a fucking toy.
You did?
What?
You reviewed it?
No.
What review did you send him?
Just
Anthony
one I found
Stuffins,
that
I think was it something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, the fucking lights on it! Come on.
This company knows how to make a fucking toy. Drift that they made is probably the best Transformers action figure ever released. It's probably the best Transformers toy ever made.
I don't know. Powder Prime Starscream might have you.
Well, aside from, of course, I'm not talking about the classics, Matt.
Oh.
Of course, Powder Prime Starscream.
Okay.
The one with the stickers all over the fucking back of it. That's the one.
Exactly.
But this one will probably be up in that same category. I just can't. I'm too far deep into the collection I have to justify it.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that crotch.
Really
yeah.
Look at that crotch thrust. God dang. I love the lights on it. Man, that's beautiful.
Amazing. It's amazing.
365, 345, how much it is? I don't know. But
This is probably like Grail category for me. Like, I love this character. I'd love to have this representation of this character, but
I'm sorry. I was on mute. I'm sorry.
If you saw this at TFCon, though, which you would not pick it up.
Did you put the mic on mute because you were bouncing the ball to grab the jacks up off the floor?
Hey, that takes concentration right there, buddy.
This isn't that much different than the MMC. The MMC looks really good.
Oh boy, you need to relax.
I'm sorry, it's just not.
Oh, you're wrong. You are wrong. You are wrong.
That's my opinion.
This is.
I'll just tell Bobby he's wrong.
This makes the MMC look. I like the MMC one. I think it's a good figure. I think it's right for my collection.
Wait. Let me guard my statement originally.
Please.
I need to step back. I will use the Bobby Skullface approach. This is the Bobby. What do you call it? Bobby
Bogsword.
This is how Bobby defends himself from an Atom attack by initially stating his statement by, "I feel that I like this more than the MMC."
I do like this more than the MMC.
I feel.
No, but I like the MMC more than I feel that.
You like the MMC. You honestly, in your heart, think the MMC one looks better than this.
No. I feel that the MMC is enough for me. That's just how.
That's different. That's a different conversation. The
MMC.
MMC.
I say that to say this. That was just another Bobbyism.
Scarlett, eat these candies. It's 10 o'clock at night.
Oh, I'll throw some kids some chocolate to fucking get them off my back.
No, it's Easter. Come in here and have some candies.
Okay, Jim Jeffries.
2 o'clock in the morning?
You got to. You got to go to school tomorrow, but first eat these candies.
It's birthday time.
And soda.
And then go in there and finish watching Alien vs Predator, and then we'll go to bed.
Or I'll spit on your grave. Go watch Spit on Your Grave.
Is this that much better than the MMC to warrant buying this and getting rid of your MMC?
Yes.
Why?
This will work.
Because it's fucking amazing. I have no doubt in my mind. That this is at least if not the second best Transformer figure ever made.
But it's not a Transformer figure.
Sure it is. It's a figure of a Transformers character.
It's not a transforming figure.
It's not a transforming figure, I agree.
There's a difference though, Robert.
Exactly.
It's a trash transforming figure.
It's an action figure.
What if it transforms into a Jax?
Robert,
I would buy a Jax combine.
Let me break this down for you. If you bought this, you could take a hammer to it into little pieces and then put it in a circle. Then you could throw a bouncing ball and grab up all the little pieces as fast as you can before the bouncing ball hits.
Okay, I played Jax and Meatballs.
Jax or marbles? Which one do you like, marbles or Jax?
No, but seriously, these things are good. I really feel like in a way they're separating. They separate the boys from the men in a lot of ways.
What? Oh, you're saying this is doll life,
and I'm a boy.
Would you consider this a statue though? It moves.
It's definitely not a statue.
No, this is doll life. This is doll life. That's what I'm saying.
It's telling me that I'm a boy. I'm a child. I'm not ready for this. I'm not. It's putting me in my place.
But dude, I mean, part of do you? Are you collecting Transformers because, look, you're never going back and transforming anything really because you're transforming figures all the time. Right. If you didn't have that occupying your time, would you be going back and transforming stuff to play with it?
Zero.
It's hard to say because you're kind of
it's 100%
spent.
easy to say. I never did it before I started reviewing.
So you don't care if they transform?
Nope.
Yeah, I could never buy doubles because I think that's a cheap move. It's like you have a transformer and you're buying doubles. Why do you have a fucking transformer?
I love the scratch marks on the mask and everything. That looks really
it's fucking... Look, this thing is probably perfect.
Mm-hmm.
You know it's going to suck. It looks like he has the booger picker finger, Bobby.
Mm.
Does that bother you?
Oh.
What?
No, Bobby says the typewriter. I say the booger picker.
I prefer booger picker, and he has booger pickers.
I gotta see. I gotta see this thing. I gotta see this thing. I gotta see this thing in action because, like, that drift, I had no idea the level of intricacy that was involved in that.
Are you buying this?
No,
I guess.
I just told you. It told me I'm a boy.
Well, I'm not buying it. How the fuck are you gonna see it?
I'm not gonna see it. I haven't seen
Extra Zero sending me one for free.
I think everybody. I think Extra Zero is a boy when it comes. I think. Look, I don't. Hey, do we know? That's a fair question. Do we know anybody that bought the Drift or has this pre-ordered?
Is the Drift still for sale?
I don't think so. I think this outpriced the general market.
Is the Drift still for sale, or is it sold out?
Let's take a look.
I don't know.
Where's it on sale? BBTS?
I would imagine. Let's see. I mean, I'm no fucking rocket scientist, Robert. But...
My Tupperware.
Does Amazon have it?
Tupperware? What are you talking about?
Put a pillow under my head.
Start collecting
This Flame Toys?
Wait, what is it? Flame Toys.
Flame Toys.
Flame Toys.
No, it's not Flame Toys.
Shut up.
Relax.
Wait, Flame Toys Drift. I'm just gonna because it's not coming up.
Pop it up.
Let's have a look. Nope, it's in stock. $300.
Only 300?
$299.99 for Drift.
This
Can't
is
find it. How do I hate BBTS's new website.
Just type in Fanshobby.
Flame
Toys.
Drift.
It didn't come up. Flame Toys. 1 word or 2 words?
3. It's 3 words.
Asshole. Is it 1 word or 2 words?
2 words.
Bobby.
2 words.
I said 2.
You said 13.
That's how many shells I have. And I'm going to put Jacks and Marvels on.
Marvels? So who wants a Flames Toys Drift? I mean, why?
Because it's fucking amazing.
Well, how big is it?
13 inches.
Let me look at it. I mean, I know you're on BBTS, but I'll go ahead and click and look up it.
Hold your hose. Hold your
I'm
hose. I'll look it up.
And I'm looking at photos.
8 inches.
He has lights, sirens. He has a dirty rag to wrap around his neck. Why does he have a dirty rag?
It's from the comics. 8 inches.
How prominent is Drift?
Very prominent.
Size of my dick.
Swappable. You seen any reviews?
He's had his own miniseries and shit. He's a big deal.
Yeah. He has a spotlight. Anyways, this one is $345 or something like that, or anything. So it's a little more pricier, but I bet it's bigger too. Probably.
This shit is. I mean, this is a big deal.
Monkey Man.
But it's not on pre-order.
Not yet.
It will be. Give it time. Oh, we got a soap dispenser of Galvatron.
It will be. All right, I just ordered the Drift.
No, you didn't.
Sure did.
Are you serious?
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit. Are you sending that around, Robert?
Like, dude, Robert, you are my fucking hero.
Are you going to...
I'm not sending it to you.
Who said I wanted you to send it to me?
I'm just kidding.
I don't want to review that.
Good, I'll send it to Justin.
Because he'll fucking buy it.
No, I don't want to break it. Like, I don't want to cause, like, I can't fuck around with that.
Should I do flat rate shipping?
You can send it. Yeah, it'll take you about 3 months to get there.
I'm just in awe that you can just drop $300. Like, you know what? I don't like this. You're sitting here talking about how you don't like, oh, you got a big.
You don't want to get mine white, but you'll buy that.
He's got a big dumb scarf wrapped around his head. He's fucking 8 inches. Oh, fuck it. I'll buy it for $100, I guess.
Dude, you can send,
I'm curious.
You can send it to me, man. You can send it to me. I'll fucking look at it.
I'm curious.
Yeah.
Curious George.
What's going on?
Hey, I got a new comment on my review. All right.
There you go.
What'd they say?
Dude, I hope it's fucked up.
MP collector, man. He's a good dude.
Nice.
He's talking about my Relax with Deluxe Part 8.
Wait, hold on. I'm fucking hosting, not you. We're not anywhere near MP Collector.
All right, go ahead.
That's a thing.
Imaginarium. Oh, back to why am I your hero, Bobby? I'd like to hear more about this.
I mean, I just told you, like, you can look at something and make fun of it and not find it, like, not be intrigued by it in the sense that you want it, and it's $300, and you can just say, "Fuck it, I'll buy it."
I wish I had $300 I could buy it. Fuck me.
Like $300 for me is like I gotta crunch the numbers. I gotta look them up. I gotta look at this. I gotta look at that. I like 300. Like, you know, just
$300. I need to get a job.
That's fucking amazing.
Maybe I'm just really irresponsible.
Maybe.
Maybe that's why I drive a garbage can for.
Just agreed with that one.
Maybe your kids are just up all night putting together bracelets to sell on Etsy.
Maybe that's why my kids are in public school. You know, not in private school.
Mine too.
Because of my habit. You know, your kids go to like one of those, what do you call it? Imaginarium schools? What is it?
Oh, Montessori.
Montessori? Oh, do they go to Montessori?
Dude, your kids go to Montessori school?
No!
Mine don't.
Yeah, they do.
No, they don't.
They don't have tests. They don't have any competitions.
Yeah, like, we don't believe in tests.
They get a ribbon every day they walk in.
Our test is to be yourself.
They play soccer, but there's no goals.
Our test is to be yourself. Do you
Everyone wins.
They play
you think you can pass our test?
My there's a big language arts, English language arts test coming up at New York City Public School next week.
Here's our hamster.
There's a big English test coming up for 4th and 5th and 3rd graders next week, and Scarlett has a friend who goes to a Montessori school, and her dad keeps hitting me up for play dates. I'm like, dude, she has a big fucking test on the 11th. I'm sorry. There's no play dates. He doesn't get it.
Dude, I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Why do people studying? I hate people say it like that.
This test counts. Sorry.
Do they have a test over the best Chinese place in New York?
Montessori, okay?
When your kid fucks up that test because they don't even do anything educational in those schools, my kid will be disappointing me. All right, move it along. Imaginarium Art Galvatron.
Oh, it's going to be a movie Galvatron, right? Or no?
No, it's the G.
Is it?
That looks like garbage.
Oh,
my God, that's terrible.
I mean,
I think it looks all right
right now. I think once we start getting some colors on it and stuff.
It looks like
Justin drew that.
I think it looks good.
Too early. This is a serious scream on that unit.
It's on one rock.
I'll reserve judgment to the end, but it's not the most impressive.
I would like to see a little Starscream, to be like kneeling there in front of him, like he's blasting him. I think that'd be pretty badass.
Or like if there was a crown underneath his foot.
No,
that does not look good. You guys are nuts.
No,
your opinions are trash.
It's not their best. I admit it's not their best, but I got to see it. They got such a good track record. I had to see more before I pass judgment. This is early.
Early.
Yeah, you said early, kind of early.
Early.
I don't like that head crest that much. I don't know if that looks Galvatronish.
Wow, my mixer just fell on my toe. Thank you, Bobby.
In the tub?
It's like my fault. It's my fault. I asked him to get a mixer.
Thanks, Bubby.
Exactly.
All right, we're done.
I hope your drift falls on your toe.
Damn, that's fucked up.
I'm gonna send it to you, and if you break it, you bought it.
Oh.
You're gonna see some let me just see how about this face swap, and it's gonna be like.
You know what you do?
You're gonna be moving so slow that your sped up version of the video is gonna be normal. It's gonna look like you're just actually just moving like a normal person.
You should send me the drift, and then when I open it up, it's the box, and then when I open up the box, it's just a full to the top with jacks.
Why'd you send me back the spaghetti? That was annoying.
That's fucked up.
You know what's funny about that whole ordeal? I felt guilty lying to the post office when they asked if there was any food in the package. I wanted to be like, look, there's spaghetti in there, but it's kind of a joke.
It's a joke.
Nobody cares.
Go with it. Just go with it.
If you weren't cheap and you went FedEx, you wouldn't have to worry about that.
And I lied about it, and I felt shitty. No, it's just like the post office I can walk to from my house, it's just convenient.
No, you can't, dude. Your like cul-de-sac has like a desert around it.
What are you talking about? It's like I walk to the post office all the time.
No, it's like the fucking
you don't.
Like home development. It's like this beautiful home development, and it's just like forest around you.
No, you
Dude,
don't.
I was surprised where you lived at. I was like, this can't be where he lives.
Like development is like its own thing in the middle of the woods.
It is pretty funny when you consider that Bobby makes fun of Delaware, and I'm like, motherfucker, there's nothing around here.
Oh no, I made a conscious choice to move where I moved.
The only thing around you is trolls and catfish.
Racist. Do you wear your mask when you go to the post office?
Yeah, of course I do. Okay. Fucking idiot.
Oh, that's all right.
It's kidding. I'm just fucking with you, man. I'm just fucking with you, man.
No, it hurt. It hurt. Let me cry. Hold on.
It hurt.
But yeah, no, it's like sometimes during the summer and shit, I'll round up the kids and we'll go walk up to the post office and mail a package and walk back, get a little energy out of them.
I think that constitutes abuse.
To walk, yeah, you and Jaina, you both fucking think it
like
constitutes
12
abuse.
miles.
Oh, fucking lazy.
You got him walking along the fucking highway?
Oh, there's zero highways involved.
There's no sidewalks outside your development.
There is.
No sidewalk.
It's the highway exit. And
there's a lot of places I can walk to. I can walk to grocery store. I can walk to post office. Vape store I can walk to.
What?
Dude, you wear like a fucking Bigfoot outfit to just drum up some rumors?
It's funny you say that. Make sure you watch tomorrow's review. It's funny you say that.
Oh, on Sasquatch?
Mm-hmm.
You filmed yourself walking to the vape store?
Mm-hmm.
Through the woods?
Mm-hmm.
You can walk to Burger King. You got Burger King next to you.
With my shirt off.
Are you hairy chest and back wise?
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
Really?
Yeah.
Back too?
My back isn't super hairy, but it's not
patches.
Patchy?
Yeah, it's not patchy. It's just
patches.
It's just like my yeah. What are we talking about? Come on.
Well, do you shave? You shave your chest?
No.
You wax it?
No.
So it's just furry? You're like a furry?
I'm like a furry, yeah.
You like that gorilla from Flash?
Robert, why are you so interested in his hair?
Yeah, that is wild. You shave your chest, Robert?
No, but I mean, I'm not like all just skin from the shoulders up, though.
What?
You like alopecia.
Skin from the shoulders up because I'm bald. That is funny.
It's like Lex Luthor and that fucking gorilla had a baby.
Wow.
What's the gorilla's name?
How do you feel like you would feel better or worse about them 31 pounds if you shaved your stomach?
Dude, I need something. If I was, I would. I gotta have hair right now. That's all I got right now. I don't know about you, but I'm 42, going on 43 this year, and my eyebrows, they grow. They're growing.
Oh, they look like a.
Yeah, like the runaway fucking eyebrow hairs now.
Do you feel like your earlobes are starting to hang a little bit lower? I feel like that's some old shit.
No, my balls either. They say your balls hang low. Mine aren't hanging low.
You have little balls, or?
Huh?
Would you say you had little balls, or?
No, normal balls.
Clearly.
Normal.
I'm not pretty hairy. I got hairy balls.
Hey, Bobby, are we up to listen to questions? Because
but I feel like we should wrap it up for tonight. We're tired, and it's 10 o'clock.
Let's do MP collectors at least.
All right, we'll do MP collectors.
I'm not tired. You're tired.
All right, MP collector. Dear Shattercast crew, one of my favorite things about
Shattercast.
Sorry, right, you're right. Shattercast crew.
Title.
One of my favorite things about the show is getting to listen to all your guys' perspectives. One of those perspectives would be what toys you loved when you grew up. Robert, how much on a scale from 1 to 10 did you love Jax, for instance?
What the fuck are you
that
reading?
joke? You are gonna make it work.
He said, one of my favorite things about growing up in the 1980s was all the great merchandise that was licensed out for Transformers during the height of G1. I love my cardboard activity center, my Tyco train set, and my bed tent. That's funny. I could list dozens of examples like these. There was just so much cheap licensed Transformer stuff available back then. Anyway, for this week's discussion, I would love to hear if there were any licensed items from the 1980s that you are particularly nostalgic for, and are there any vintage items like these that you would be willing to pay good money for to add to your collection today? MP Collector. P.S. Pics and the links were found via Google search and are not from my personal collection, though I did go back up and pick up a vintage bed tent and activity center not too long. Dude, where do you have that bed tent set up? That's what I want.
Imagine that. He brings a lady back.
Bring that to Skullfest.
He said, come into my ark.
That's what I want to know. Where is the bed tent?
Dude, I had the Hot Wheels, or the Hot Wheels.
You know what I've often thought about would be cool if when Joe and I get our collection display business started, is if somebody was like, look, I had a fucking badass collection when I was a kid.
Full of shameless plugs tonight.
Here, this is not a real thing, Robert. Here is, pictures of my basement when I was a kid. I want it to feel like this. And like if somebody did like a bigger version of their old, whatever, playroom or bedroom or, you know what I mean? But like a little bit upgraded. So like if MP Collector had his tent like in the corner of his bedroom, like you would put the tent in the corner of the display room. Like you would match it up the best you could, but everything would be a little bit more elevated. Like, instead of like a bullshit bookcase, it'd be like a nicer case of display figures or whatever, but it would all be fucking similar,
I picture MP Collector, right? He's got the bed tent in his room. He brings a lady back.
Bed tent.
She's in the bed tent with him. And she's like, so what are you going to do? And he's like, scanning, explore. And he shines a light on a giant dildo as his penis gets erect.
That's fucked up. I had that, the Trailbreaker, was it the Hot Wheels, the Big Wheels? I had that Trailbreaker.
I had that too. I
love that thing. That was a fun. I always wanted the train set. I never got the train set, but I wouldn't mind having the train set. That'd be pretty neat.
I always am nostalgic for that one fucking thing that nobody knows what I'm talking about, where like it looked like Rumble's face, but it was like an Autobot and had flaps over the top of it, and you open it up and it was some sort of like mic thing where you spoke it to the mic and it was supposed to create like a Transformers voice or something, but it didn't work.
Oh, they had an Ultra Magnus one like that too, didn't they?
Everybody tries to give me that one as the one I'm talking about, but that's not the one I'm talking about.
Well, you're
saying it was Rumble, so it was blue.
No, it looked like Rumble's face, but it was red, and where the visor was, it was white.
Sounds like you're just kid memories fucking up Ultra Magnus.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think you're full of shit.
I think you're full of shit, Bubby. But
Justin, what do you think?
I didn't have any licensed.
Or Robert.
Justin, I didn't have any licensed.
Of course not. You had fucking Jackson Marbles.
Jackson
and
Marbles.
Sticks and Stones.
Sticks and Stones.
You had the original.
Bombs.
You had the original ball.
Yeah, from 1978.
I was playing on the playground. I was out there, playing wiffle ball. I was playing manhunt. I was fishing. I was riding my bike around. I wasn't, playing around in my bed tent.
When did you stop being so active?
Law school. Tell you the truth, it was law school that killed me. I started smoking. I started smoking cigarettes late. It was like college. I'd have the occasional, and then law school hit, and they had a smoke.
It sounds like everything for you was late. Like you were watching Beast Wars when you were 18.
Yeah, yeah.
Did you have big collars back then too as a kid?
Big what? Collars?
Collars.
College.
Collars.
I've always fucked up collars for leagues.
You're like, I'm hanging my book bag off this collar.
Yeah. Anyway,
Justin, you have any nostalgia stuff?
The only thing that I can really think of that I had, I mean, I'm sure I had other things. I know I had a radio that was Transformers. It was like the Autobot logo, and it like the logo folded down, and it was just like speakers inside. I had that Ultra Magnus that people talked about, which I'm sure I still have it somewhere.
Nice.
The one thing that I loved for a while was I had a G.I. Joe like tent thing. It was like in the shape of the APC with a little turret on top and stuff.
Turret?
That thing was awesome.
Turret. Did any of y'all have the Transformer watch? I had the Transformer watch.
I had the GoBot watch. It wasn't Transformers watch. It was like just a little black robot.
What's
like
crazy
robot.
about that is like you were like in 6th grade.
No, I was in 3rd grade.
No, he was in 12.
It was like a little black Casio watch transformed into a robot.
No, you were a senior.
You were like 85.
I was at NYU.
I was at NYU.
You're like, sweet calculator watch, but can it transform? What I remember I had the like I had that action play set, that cardboard thing. But I'm not really nostalgic for it, other than like just thinking it's like an interesting idea for the time. Like I would never want it now, because I remember when I was a kid and I got it, like I opened it up, we built it, and then like you put one fucking transformer on it and it like fucking bowed like a bitch.
Yeah. Well, they did like a little playset for the Dinobots, the movie Dinobots. I think Justin got it, didn't you?
Yeah, I had
the art or something.
The SDCC one.
Yeah,
I had that for a while, and then I sold it.
I didn't get a lot when I was a kid. Like we didn't have money. Like I was lucky to get Transformers, and that's it. If I could, I would get 1 or 2, and that was it. You know, I didn't get much else.
How many marbles did you have?
I had no marbles. That's how broke.
You said to use stones.
My family, we had a garden, and we would use that garden to make food.
And then you had to use those little prickly balls what are those little prickly balls that fall off the tree called? You had to use those for the jacks.
Your testicles. But no, my parents would be like, "You want a lettuce and tomato sandwich?" And the bread was bought, and the lettuce and tomato came from the garden, and that was lunch.
You want a lettuce tomato sandwich?
I used to rock mayonnaise and cheese sandwiches fairly often when we were not as well off.
That was when we had some money. We get the cheese.
Oh, here we go.
Speaking of garden,
be one of those conversations.
Dude, when we had steak,
we didn't have money.
We didn't dinner, I got to gnaw on the bone.
We didn't have money for a garden. Fucking fancy
Speaking
pants.
Of gardens, man,
you're the only broke motherfucker with a garden in America.
It's just dirt. It's just dirt.
My grandparents had they lived out in the country, and we always go out say on them. They had a garden. And they always had big piles of dirt, and I used to pretend I was Godzilla and destroy everything like cities and shit. I mean, I had good times by myself, man. Good times.
My mom's house, we used to have syrup sandwiches sometimes, where we just put the syrup in between the two bread.
Between your hands. You'd have between your hands.
What are you saying, Matt?
Where were the waffles at?
Yeah, that was the question.
You ain't got no time for waffles. You got that waffle.
My parents are just smart. Like, you know, my dad, he had a green thumb, and he was a great gardener, and he would make just tons of vegetables and like insecticide. We wouldn't use insecticide. He would just go send off for praying mantids eggs and just put it's like a.
So let me get this straight.
Yes.
You guys are struggling financially, but you're buying praying mantis eggs.
You know how cheap that was back in the day? It would come in a box
to work your garden.
Yes. And grow your own food. Back then, it was cheap. It was cheap as hell. Cheap. You know, you're praying mantids in your fucking backyard, but eat all the bugs, and you'd have a lush garden, and you wouldn't pay any money for food.
You get insects flown in from Brazil.
You get one hot dog. Oh man, hot dogs, that's a luxury.
It's good to be a green thumb now, man. If everything goes to shit, you know, zombies and shit attack us, man.
Now that shit's expensive. You want fresh grown food, it's expensive. But back in the day, it was
It costs so much to eat healthy now, man. It's fucking ridiculous.
Did you have to use the regular bread for hot dogs?
I've done that.
Just Wonder Bread.
Fucking trash.
You don't get a bun. You got Wonder Bread. You don't have fucking hot dog buns in this house.
Everybody would fight over the heel. It's like the only time anybody was ever interested in the heel.
Because it's hard.
Yeah.
I love the heel.
Man, I used to have my lunch was like discounted in school.
You were one of you were the lunch tickets?
Yeah, but like here's what's fucked up about it is that like when you had to go to the,
would you sell your lunch tickets?
Listen, it's worse than a lunch ticket because you had to get checked off on a list. So like when I would go up to the cashier at the end, like my last name is Unique Skullface. So I would be like Skullface, and they would be like, what? I'd be like, Skullface. And they'd be like, what? And I'd be like, Skullface. And like they're like trying to find it on the list, and then like they would eventually find it and like check it off. But like by that time, like everybody has heard it like 3 or 4 times. I've held up the line. Everybody's looking at me like, oh God, I fucking hated it.
Oh.
Sometimes I would bum money. Sometimes I wouldn't even eat lunch just to avoid it. And sometimes I would bum money to buy my lunch straight out to avoid. Like I hated it.
Is that why you would just grabbing handfuls of French fries from people?
That was in high school. That was just because I was fucking not giving a fuck.
That's rude, man.
I mean, it was like
somebody's food.
Yeah,
I would have fought you.
You would have fucking lost.
No, I wouldn't. I would have punched you in your
I don't know, Matt, with food. You think you'd win?
Yeah, come on now.
Yeah,
that's
maybe.
like you. That's like you and Vape. You know, we would fight.
I'm not a fighter.
That's like if Matt was fighting you over a cock, you'd win.
I'm not a fighter, Matt. I'm a lover.
I'm a lady, though.
I'm a lover.
I'm a lady.
But yeah, I used to go around lunch, but like, hey, like, can I have some? Let me get some fries. Like as you say it, like your hand is like plunged into. Like it got to a point where it got so bad because like a whole bunch of people started doing it and shit. But like it got to a point where like, people would like buy their food and start coughing on it like the moment they got it out. So nobody would come around and try to snatch up their fries.
That's definitely the best tactic.
Yeah.
Look, it's yours, man.
Yeah. That's why I think I kind of spoil the kids because, you know, I know how shitty it felt not to get anything when I was a kid. And, you know, so I'm just like, fuck it. You get everything.
Yeah, like I never, it's funny because like I never felt like I didn't have, like, because I mean my dad took care of me, but like, you know, it's just like when I go back and I look at those pictures, like, and I see like my living room completely like empty of furniture, but like the Millennium Falcon's on the floor, like, you know, like my dad we didn't have furniture in our second floor of like our mid floor, like our living area till I was like in middle school.
In our 3-floor estate.
This is a townhouse, a row house.
In our townhouse.
Our second townhouse.
Yeah,
we didn't have summer furniture.
Yeah, we had the garden out front, of course. You know,
it was a pile of dirt.
Playing jacks. Did
dirt.
you play jacks in the garden?
Exotic mantises flown in from India.
You know, it's funny. It's because you're looking at it from today's, you know, through today's glasses. But
hey, I'm not looking at it through a bidet.
Bidet, but back in the day, this was a backyard that wasn't paved, and back then that was the thing.
That's
yeah,
nice.
I didn't have a townhouse.
How much of piles of shit did you have in your backyard?
What house did you have? The backyard.
It was a small house, semi-attached. It was small. Still is. My mom lives there still.
Oh, so you had a proper house.
No, not like a Bobby Skullface house. My mom's house could fit.
I would, like, if you told me when I was younger I would live in the house that I do now, I would have fucking laughed in your face.
My mom's house fits in your basement.
Where I grew up fits in my basement.
Sideways. Like my mom's house, you lay it sideways, it's in your basement.
Yeah,
in the corner. Where'd you play jacks at, man, if you had a backyard that was all full of dirt?
Right by him and the praying mantises played.
In Brooklyn,
They were his friends.
You sit in the street. You play in the street.
Yeah. They had their little like elbows, like, you know, they're all perched up, and then they hit the little grab the jacks up off the. You would play Brooklyn. You play in the street. That's why, you know, in the Nets when they moved to Brooklyn, I felt like the best name would have been the streets of Brooklyn. Would have been the best name for them.
That sounds stupid.
That's corny as shit.
Your balls are corny as shit.
God.
I feel like that is like
hey, Matt.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, Bobby, let's ask him.
Ask him what?
Matt, how do you wipe your ass?
With toilet paper?
Front ways, back ways?
Front ways.
You got a problem with reach around?
No.
Bobby was wondering.
I'm not
Bobby was wondering. Bobby, come on.
I did not bring this up, Robert. You brought
So,
this.
are y'all talking about me? What the fuck?
No, it was tonight before you got on the show. Matt was, like, Robert was like, Matt's taking a shit. Because you said, I'm taking a shit. That's why. And then,
it was. Yeah, it was.
Yeah, and then I was like, it's probably a hell of a reach around.
That's a fat joke. I like that. That's fun.
Are you back to front, though? Or are you front to back?
I don't know. Goddamn, I have to go wipe my ass and say how I do it. I do it.
What's funny is I kind of had to just do it in my mind and know how I do it.
Bobby does
I
it.
go from balls to top of ass.
Yeah, I do that. I'm pretty sure I do the opposite.
You should never wipe forward, Bobby.
No, I know.
Smell like trash.
Why your balls smell like ass, dude? Your balls straight smell like poo.
I know that's not the way you're supposed to do it, but in my head, I'm thinking I think that's the way I do it. I
might also. I think
that's not good for you. I don't think women are supposed to do that at all either. Too.
Women is different because it's different. Yeah. But like, I mean, no, if you get, first of all, I'm not a fucking animal.
Balls to the top of the ass, man.
I'm not getting shit all over my nuts, but
I don't know, man. I think you do. I think you got shitty balls. There's the title right there, shitty balls.
Mm-hmm. Do you let your dick hang into the toilet, Bobby?
Oh my God!
Where has this gone to?
Good night, folks.
Shoutouts to Cool Table Network, ROC, Edges Around, Toy Detox, Plastic Fanatics, Spirit Vultures, Nerve Rage Radio, Wigs,
and my personal favorite, the well-established Gentleman's Show, Stasis Lock.
At Real Robot, at Fear Corpse,
I am Ratchet.
Third Party TF Crashers, and Open Your Toys Podcast.
This podcast is intended for mature audiences only. Its sole purpose is to entertain. If it doesn't fit with your sensitive sensibilities, please feel free to turn it off now.
Shut the fuck up!